Hello and welcome there, Wargamers. Luka here from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by Daniel. And today we play 2,000 points of the Vilca Fenrica up against the Adeptus Mechanicus in what you could imagine is just a training exercise. Let us take a look at the Space Wolf forces first. We're playing at 1991 points, because that's just how it kind of worked out here. I will be running a Vanguard detachment because I wanted to play all Terminators, so therefore I needed many elite slots, and I didn't want to bog down my points in filthy troops. No one wants to see that. Leading all of it, we have a Captain in Terminator armor here, using my Praetor from 30k, so he'll be wearing Relic Terminator armor, but it's effectively the same thing. He'll be a Warrior of Legends, so we're spending a command point to give him 2 Warlord traits, both, well, at least one must be a Space Wolf one, but he'll have the Saga of the Hunter and the Saga of the Wolfkin. I want him to be fast and nasty. And then, a Relic, we'll try out the Pelt of the Bale Wolf. And then his War Gear, it's a little weird loadout because it is a heresy model here, so we're going to be running a relic sword on him, which is not a bad weapon, all things considered, as well as, you can't see it, but he's got a combi melta under his fancy wolf cloak behind him, and then that dagger, he's just kind of cool looking with it, so it doesn't really do much more than that. And then we wanted a Rune Priest in Terminator armor, and you know who that means. That is Neal Stormcaller. He gets to know 3 powers from the Wolf discipline, so he'll know Living Lightning, Murderous Hurricane, as well as Stormcaller. And then that's kind of it. Ignore the fact that Nightwing is broken off the model. This is old, and it is what it is. And I don't apologize. Now, moving on to the actual Terminators, we have 6 Wolfguard Terminator units. I know I'm breaking the rule of 3 here, guys. I hope you don't care. Technically, I could do like different variants of Terminators to make this work. We got 2 units. Well, I shouldn't say that. We have 1 unit with Power Fist and Stormbolters, and then I upgraded 1 guy to have an Assault Cannon and a Chain Fist because what you see is what you get, and that's my favorite way to play. We have a second very similar squad to this, but except for Power Fist, they're going to have Power Axes because, again, what you see is what you get. We call that here WYSIWYG. Moving on to the assault variants of the Terminators here. We have running my Var Gear Terminators here as just Wolfguard Terminators, essentially. They are going to have a Lightning Claw and a Power Fist so that they can throw that extra attack with a Lightning Claw if they want to, or choose between using Lightning Claws and Power Fists because you never know what they'll be fighting. And then the next squad are 7 Terminators with Thunderhammers and Storm Shield. 7 because that's how points worked out, and we had a larger squad of them. We have 10, but I couldn't afford all 10. And then lastly, we have 2 units of Wolfguard Terminators with Lightning Claws, and then they're both riding in Land Raiders for fun. And that there is all Terminators and 2 Land Raiders in a list. Let's go take a look at the opposing forces in this little game the Imperium is playing, and that'll be the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Beep boop, ladies and gentlemen, the Adeptus Mechanicus are on the hunt for a new toaster and the Space Wolves are getting in the way. So for this 2,000 points, we have a Mars Battalion detachment, who will be the Tech Priest Dominus will lead the force. He will be the Warlord. His Warlord trait is Supervisory Radiance, and he has the army's relic of the Raiment of the Technomartyr. For the secondary HQs, we have the Tech Priest Engine Seer and the Tech Priest Manipulus. The Manipulus has been upgraded to the Artisan's Holy Order. Going on to troops, we have a unit of 6 Cataphren Destroyers, all with Graz Cannons and the Phosphor Blasters. We have 2 units of Vanguard. Both have Arc Rifle, Plasma Caliber and Omnispecs. And one of the Alphas has a Arc Pistol and Taser Goad, the other one is bare bones. Into the elite section, we have 10 Corpuscari Electro Priests with their Dune Rider transport, a Cybernetica Datasmith, a 10-man unit of Sicaran Infiltrators. All of them are armed with Flechette Blasters and Taser Goads. We then also have a 10-man unit of the Sicaran Rust Stalkers. The entire unit is equipped with Transonic Blades. Over into fast attack, we have a single Iron Strider Ballistari with the twin Cognis las cannon. And into heavy support we have 3 Castellan Robots, all with the Power Fists and Flamers. 2 Onager Dune Crawlers, both have the Neutron Laser, Cognis Heavy Stubber and the Broad Spectrum Data Tethers. And that rounds out 2,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus.
And I want to thank Daniel for playing this army here for me, as I would love to advertise that what you see here, in addition to about 3,000 to 3,500 additional points along with it, including Belisarius Call, are for sale. It is a massive, well, technically Mars, but painted in any custom Forge World you want, really. Adeptus Mechanicus list for sale. If you're curious and you want to pick up the Ad Mech, or you've been thinking about playing the Ad Mech, or you want to get them ready for maybe the Horus Heresy because there's a lot of crossover there, or you want to play them for future editions or this current edition, email Luka at MiniWarGaming.com. That will be in the description down below. That is Luka at MiniWarGaming.com for inquiries into the army, where I'll have photographs for you as well as any additional information you might desire.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Now, Daniel and I are going to be formulating an open war mission here using the Star Wars Legion format for doing it, except we're going to have the additional cards off to the right hidden from us. So the way this works is we rolled off. I lost the roll off. Daniel will get the first veto here, and he will be able to pass or flip over any cards on the far left that he may not like, and then I'll get that same chance, and then we'll do that one more time each, and then whatever we end up with, the rightmost column being the final one, if that is what is revealed, will be our mission. And this is a good format to try out at home if you have the open war cards, if you're unfamiliar with this, because it gives both players good control over what the mission will end up being to some degree, as well as keeping the mission itself rather basic and not too complex like the Eternal War missions. And then Daniel, with the first ban, didn't like the initial deployment zone of that ambush type that was showing there, so we have this new deployment, as you can see in the top middle. I then banned Gales, because I was very detrimental to the Space Wolf forces. And then everything that was lined up was fine for Daniel. He didn't want to risk flipping over the twist to something worse. And looking at the card, you won't be able to see it, but it was Blackout, which reduces the range of all shooting attacks and certain abilities to a very small degree. So Daniel, without knowing, made an excellent call. And then on my side, I liked everything we have on the table, because I do have we do have Niel Stormcaller, so I like the Warp Storm twist, and the deployment's whatever. It's kind of weird and balanced, but it'll work well with the objective here. And lastly, and then I looked at the deployment after that, because I was debating on flipping it. It would have been better for me, but this deployment we have is just fine as is. Now, the actual objective that we're going to be fighting towards here is braving the guns of the enemy. Courageous warriors must charge across no man's land to overrun the enemy position over the bodies of their fallen brethren. So this will be a great training exercise for the Space Wolves to enact their doctrines of pushing through the enemy lines with cunning and brute force, essentially. And then the Ad Mech doctrines of defending their lines with massive firepower and advanced technologies and orders is the idea of this game. Now, there are 6 objectives. There will be 3 in each player's deployment zone. And at the end of every one of your turns, you'll score 1 point for every objective that you control in your own deployment zone, and 2 victory points for every objective you control in the enemy deployment zone. It's very simple. Taking a look at the table here, we've both determined our deployment zones. I took the one here on the bottom as the attacker, and then Daniel is forced to take the other one, and we placed our 3 objectives down each in each territory here. And the goal for me is to push into the Ad Mech territory and take theirs, whereas the Adeptus Mechanicus need to defend theirs. Well, I mean, ideally doing the same thing, but they'll have to survive the initial Space Wolf onslaught before attempting to push into my territory. Taking a look at the table, after we've done deploying, like I said, this was my side of the table. Here's the attacker, and then the Ad Mech deployed in their other formation of deployment, as you can see here. Nothing really allowed in the middle there. However, we do have infiltrators because, well, they have concealed deployment-esque ability. They can deploy anywhere they want, more than 9 inches away from my deployment zone and my models. They do not have to follow their own deployment zone rules. Now, for my side, on this one objective, I believe is right here. Yes. We have this rune as an import. So we have Terminators here with Stormbolters and Power Fist. This objective back here, we'll have the Terminators with Njal. These are the Wolf Guard with Power Fist and Lightning Claws. And then we have our captain out front, leading from the front, and then our Land Raider with lightning claws inside of it. I should really put that model there. Just so you, the viewer, have an idea of what's in there. This is going to be lightning claws in both the Land Raiders, but just to help remind you. Objective back there, we have Niall, the Terminators, and then we have the other Land Raider with the lightning claws, Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, Terminators on this side of the rune, and on this side of the rune, with the objective right there, and then the Stormbolter Power Axe Terminators on the left flank. I'm probably going to have the ranged Terminators just sit back, shoot and defend these territories here. These ruins here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the middle one. I will probably just keep a Land Raider back there for now and just bomb shots, I guess. Not a good 6 objective game, not great for an entire Terminator army, especially since none of them are OBSEC, but I will put points where I can and where I need to. And then on the opposite side, we have the Castellan Robots with the Data Smith, the Dune Crawler, Vanguard over there. Then we have the Ballistari behind that, protecting the ruin, the objective. And then, like I said, the Infiltrators, that's a unit of 10. And then over here we have more Vanguard with the Dune Rider, and inside of the Dune Rider we have the Corpuscari Electro Priest. These are the Cataphren Destroyers with the Manipulus and the Dune Crawler over yonder. I got to say that with the Corpuscari, the Tech Priest Dominus will be in there as well. And Danny is going to be spending 1 command point on strategic reserves over here for the Rust Stalkers to show up on turn 2, 3, maybe. I will, of course, be putting nothing in Teleport Strike. The Terminators are going to just walk up the field of battle and clash with the Ad Mech. Now we're going to roll off, and the winner of the roll-off must go first. I know it's not a technical rule for open war, but that's what we like to play with these days. So good luck, Daniel! I got a 5.
2.
So it will be turn 1 for the Space Wolves. Then we'll see what we can accomplish with that. Turn 1 for the Wolves, I'll go up to 9 command points. It cost 3 to bring the Vanguard, and it costs 1 to upgrade my captain to a Warrior of Legend. Like that, all Space Wolf characters are Warriors of Legend, and then I just gained 1 right now. And then Daniel's at 11 because he spent 1 on strategic reserves, and that was it. Nothing I need to do in my command phase too much. Bestial Savagery won't be important because I'm not going to be charging this turn going first, though I will be attempting to get some defensive buffs up with Njal Stormcaller, so the extra command point will help there, at least for this first turn. I'm going to try and protect my Land Raiders as much as possible. With Armor of Contempt and Space Wolves, they are quite a durable force to be reckoned with.
Okay, so for my Doctrina, I've chosen the Bulwark, so +1 save but -3 on the movement. And for the Canticle, I've chosen Benediction of the Omnissiah, which is 1 reroll to hit, wound, and damage per unit.
And then because you're Mars, the Scutarii, so you get to benefit from the Benediction of the Omnissiah as well.
Yep, that's correct.
Well, since we're not doing anything else in the command phase, we're going to go right on to movement, where I am going to advance the Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators up the board. I don't know if I want to go through I'm going to try to avoid the difficult terrain, I suppose. An extra 4 inches, so they're going to go 9. All right, 2 things. I changed my mind. I'm going to go well, I don't go the full 9, and 1 guy would go through the difficult terrain, so we're going to end up there. We're going to try and have the wall protect us to some degree from shooting on this side. And then the second thing is the Land Raider had to move first. So we're just going to move the Land Raider first because where that model's standing right there is blocking the Land Raider. So we're going to say the Land Raider moves first, then they'll go to that position there. Land Raider would have to end up there, and then these Wolves take up this position. And then moving on, we are going to advance the Wolf Lord, the captain there. He'll advance an extra 2. But he has Saga of the Hunter. He can advance and charge, but he gets +1 to his advance and charge rolls. He's going to move 8. He's going to go right through the ruins. We're just going to go aggressive with the army and go forward. The Wolf Guard that are matching him are going to be his Honor Guard. This game will go an extra 5, so they'll go 10. His Honor Guard keep up with him. And then we're going to go with Niall, who is going to move into that corner there. We don't need to run him. We're just going to show him up there. He'll be in the ruins. He'll be gaining some cover there. And then we're going to reposition this Land Raider a little bit as well, because I'm going to have to keep something back here to defend this objective. And I want to keep the Lightning Claws in here as reserve to anything that wants to try and push for these guys over here. We don't love that they're getting pushed up on. That's not ideal. So if they're going to act as a reserve, we're going to put a lot of the force over there, because there's 2 objectives over there I want to try and fight for. Unfortunately for Daniel, he had to put 2 objectives on one of the sides. The Niall's in there within 3 of this Land Raider as it backs into the ruin a little bit more. Obviously, we need to hold this objective, keeping them as a reserve. And then we get these Terminators and this Land Raider within 6, because Niall's technically underneath this right there, which would be within 6 of both of them for my stratagem move I have to use in the psychic phase here. And then the last thing to move are, I'm going to reposition these Terminators a little bit. Because I got the stupid melee robots that are going to beat them up real bad, and I don't like that. I'm going to move their 5 behind the dense terrain there. The ruined wall. Try and defend that position. And the last move I'll have will be these are going to move forward a little bit as well. And that is where they will end up to shoot gun in the upcoming shoot gun phase. They will love to do that. But we're going to first naturally progress to brain phase. And that will include Niall, the Stormcaller, over yonder. He knows 3 powers from the Tempestus discipline, but he can still only cast 2. But he currently, because of the warp twist, the powers we're going to cast will be Stormcaller for sure. Do you have any ways to stop psychic powers?
Nope.
No? Oh, nice. Free reign! Free reign. If I perils, bad things happen, though, so let's not do that. Let's not do that for the first thing. Hey, look at that. We got an 11 plus 2, so we got a 13. Which means we'll cast Stormcaller. It is a 6-inch aura of all Space Wolf units gain light cover. So the Land Raiders get light cover. The Terminators out front gain light cover. And that's it. Everything else is too far away. We are going to spend a further 2 command points on a stratagem. And that will bring me down to 7 for 2 command points, Cloaked by the Storm. And that is going to provide a -1 to hit buff to the units of Space Wolves within 6. So the same units that benefit from light cover will be an additional -1 to hit. Which, I don't know if that one's super... It's more important for the guys in the middle. There's a lot of dense terrain protecting this one, and a good amount of dense terrain protecting this one. So I don't know how much that's actually worth, but maybe there's a way for you, Daniel, to manipulate it so he doesn't have to shoot through dense too much. Or if there's a bonus to hit, it will be it will double protect them in that regard too, I suppose. And that should be it. I have nothing in range to Smite. I have nothing in range to Murderous Hurricane, nor do I have nothing in range to Living Lightning. The only thing in range would be the infiltrators back there, but they're behind obscuring terrain. I cannot quite see them. And that is in order. I'm not really gonna. I don't need to Murderous Hurricane them either, because I don't think I need land save for that one. I could double check, but I'm not gonna charge them, so it does not matter. We're gonna go on to shooting now. And we're going to start over here. We got some pretty basic shots. These Terminators are going to fire their Storm Bolters and the Assault Cannon into the Vanguard across the way. We're going to start with the Assault Cannonen. It is a heavy weapon, and Terminators are not relentless, so force. It means I hit once, I miss once because of that, and these are Strength 6, so 2s. Okay, we got a 1 in there. AP 2, because we're in the Devastator Doctrine. AP 2, but you have +1 to your save currently? You're all good. And then we're going to have 16 Stormbolter shots on 3s, because these are just rapid fire weapons. Though they are Terminators, they always rapid fire. They know how to use a Stormbolter or 2. And these wound on 3s. No rerolls here, so that's 4, 5, 6 wounding hits. No AP.
3 up save.
None. Hey, look, it saved one of them. We're going to keep this nice and simple, keep moving down the line. We're going to be working the line here. We're going to go with the Land Raider. The Twin Heavy Bolter will go into the same target. We have the 4 las cannon shots, however, and we're going to be firing through the dents, so there's not much I can do about that. And the Combi Bolter will go into them as well. And then we're going to have the 4 las cannons go into the Castellan Robots, because they're going to be a threat for later. I could have moved it up towards her to ignore the dents there, but I needed it. I'd rather have further back here. So hopefully I don't roll 3s with the las cannons. Pew, 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 pew. Hey, look at that. Didn't matter. I didn't roll a single 3. These are 3s to wound a Castellan Robot. Ooh, 3 wounding hits going right through. These are AP 4, but you have rope invulnerable saves, I believe?
Yes. So 6s bounce back.
Nice. But 5s pass?
Yes.
Disgusting. So it redirects the shot back to me in a mortal wound, and this one just passes the save off of their, well, whatever cybernetic save they have.
But we did fail one of them.
And it will be D6 damage. 2! That's the last cannon for you. And then the Heavy Bolters into the Vanguard on 4s, because I'll be firing through dents. They're all going to be firing through dents. And a pair of wounds there at -2, because it's a heavy weapon.
-2.
So -1 in the end.
5 up.
Ooh, it kills 2 of them. And then the Storm Bolter that I paid for has a couple hits and wounds on 3s. These do not connect. Shot a couple of them down, and we got one of the Castellan Robots down to 5 wounds. It's a start, I suppose, only by the loosest definition. And then we are going to go on to this Land Raider next. We're going to put the 4 las cannons into... I really want to do the destroyers, but we're going to do the Dune Crawler back there, and then the Heavy Bolter will go into the Vanguard in the ruins. We're going to change it up for higher hopes, though. We're going to start with the Heavy Bolter. Oh, they all hit. There's no dents in the way of this one. And 3s. Ah, no, only half wound. -2, but you currently have +2 to your save, so your base save, because you're in runes and you have the bulwark of Imperatum.
So 4 up.
2 die. And the last cannons. We got a couple hits into the Dune Crawler, and 1 singular wound into him as well. And he has an invulnerable save as well.
Yep, 5 up.
Oh, right off his tech. And on to these Terminators here. Gonna fire into the only real target are the destroyers, so we're gonna go into them. Assault cannon on 4s, because we moved. That's 2 misses. 1 of them because we moved, boo. And then 3s to wound. So it's 3 wounding hits at -2. They got 3 up saves, so these are 5 ups, because they don't get the bulwark. I do 2 damage. Try and take that last wound off with a Stormbolter. These are 3s to hit and 5s to wound. Because they T5, that is 2 wounds, no AP, so you got 3 up. Oh, we got 1, and we wound another. So 1 of the servitors will be dismantled. Good job, lads. That will conclude my turn, though. I have no charges to declare, no shooting. I don't believe the Vanguard could fail, losing a couple of models on morale.
Sergeant.
Leadership 7, eh? You could fail. On a 6. No. And then the other squad.
On a 6.
Heavy Bolter took 2 lives. No. And what with the servitors?
Their leadership 7.
Perfect. So 1 guy won't cause it. All right, that will be the turn. I score 1, 2, 3 victory points because I hold the 3 objectives in my territory, and that will be it. We're on to Ad Mech turn 1. And you will be at 12 command points because it's your command phase.
So the Manipulus will use his galvanic field to make the radiant weapons on these Vanguards a little better.
+1 AP and extra range.
Opposite side of the battlefield, the Tech Priest Engine Seer will awaken the machine to give the Dune Crawler +1 to hit.
Hey, Tech Priests do that. I meant Tech Marines. We're going to go into the movement phase. We are going to do a before and after for this one because this could take a while and it's not too exciting. I'll be frank, I don't know why I did the Space Wolf one. I was going to do the one and then I immediately ran into complications. So I'm like, oh, I got to show what I got to fix. I'll give you a little shot beforehand. I don't know how much it'll change though. We've concluded movement. Daniel, if you can give a little overview of what kind of went down here.
So the Cataphrons move forward. The Dune Crawler hasn't moved. At the end of the movement phase, the Manipulus will heal that for D3, but just
my damage.
Vanguard moved across slightly to try and get a better sight on there. The Dune Rider poked his head out. He's not yet ready to come out just yet.
They're going to act as a counter charge after I kind of commit to something, right?
Basically, yeah. Infiltrators move forward, ready to take on the captain and his retinue.
Oh, cool. Cool fight in the middle.
Vanguard didn't move. The Ballista just sort of shimmied around to get a better line of sight. So the Castellans run forward and the Cyberneticus ran to keep up.
And then he heals as well. Aha! Damage sticks! So my last game did 1 instead of 2.
These guys haven't moved.
Right, and if anyone's curious, the Scutarii side of things, they were -3 on their movement, though they didn't move all that much. So we didn't have to worry about it. Are the Infiltrators Scutarii or are they Cult Mechanicus?
They are Scutarii, they need to go back 2 inches.
Oh, okay, so they just have to go back a couple inches. That's fine then. That doesn't change much whatsoever. We're just going to save time. They're going to end up shooting and charging, my guys. So they're just going to reduce their... the guys who move forward are going to move like 2 inches less when they charge. That'll be the easiest way to fix it, because they're going to make their charge anyways. If they roll like a double 1, then we'll know they fail. Should clarify when I said 2, they only moved 7 of their 8, so they would have technically only moved up to 5. Probably didn't need to explain all that. It was very clear to begin with. Didn't need... Sorry, folks. Anyways, we're on to shooting because there's no psychic phase. And this is try and put the wolves down phase, because if you don't, you're in a precarious situation.
This is going to be doing as much damage as I can right now, otherwise
because we're going to be fighting right across. Actually, I don't want to fight over here, but we're going to be fighting over here. I don't want... That's scary. I don't like that.
So the neutron laser will go into the Land Raider, and the double Cognis will go into the further of the Terminators.
All right, the one's on the objective. What are you starting with? Fancy gun?
Yeah. Neutron laser, D3.
1 shot!
I'm going to command point that.
Oh, you're going to use a command point right here on this part of the phase.
Right here, right now.
First roll of the phase.
Yeah,
aha!
That's why.
Nice. And that will bring Daniel down to 11. Hitting on... It's currently benefiting from Dense and Cloaked by the Storm, so -2 to hit, but can only -1 it. 4s. Oh, it didn't matter. You hit like a god. I hate that for me. What's the strength of this? 10, 12? Yeah, so it's wounding on 3s. And 3's 2 wound. Oh, we got 1 fail.
So just 2.
2 do connect. Those 2 wounds are -4. Armor of Contempt makes it -3, and it currently has a 1+ save because it's in light cover. So these are 4-up saves on a Land Raider. Dramatic effect.
No.
Okay, so none of my rules mattered. By the way, I'd like to point that out. And then that's a fail. I would D3 plus 3 damage, eh?
Yep.
If I could just absorb the shots over here, that'd be huge. I'm gonna command point it because I'm not gonna be using them for much else. Oh, look, my rules didn't matter. Down to 6. I love when neutron lasers do nothing.
This is why no one takes them.
Well, it doesn't help I roll double 6, I suppose.
Well, yeah, true. At least I wounded. 1 on the Terminator.
1 on the Terminator. 2 up. That's a Taco Cat. Now we have the destroyers firing. What are the targets?
So everything is going into the back Terminator squad that's not in the dense cover.
Oh, that's fair. Yes.
So 4s.
Yeah, because it'd be 5s otherwise. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, 6 more misses if they shot at those guys there. Yeah. Dang, that was a good roll. Strength is 6 on this.
Strength 5.
5. So still 3s. Okay. 3s. Ooh, you know what? You get a single reroll on one of the hit rolls because you're Mars.
Oh, true. Thank you for reminding me.
There you go. It hits. It didn't matter for the Dune Crawler because he hit with everything.
Yeah.
And another wound. There we go. Nice. Mars. Mastercrafted.
Thank you.
So you have 9 saves at -3. They're in cover, so they have a 1-up save, and Armor of Contempt makes it armor -2. So these are 3-up saves, but they're 2 damage each. I don't think it really matters. I'll just roll them all up. So that kills the Terminator. We're going to lose Stormbolter and Axe guy in the back there. The grav weapons overcome him, and he gets crushed under the weight of his armor. The Phosphor.
Same unit.
4s to hit. We've already used the reroll. And Strength 5, I believe. Well, 2 was all the same. AP.
-1.
2 ups. Contempt. Well, Contempt wouldn't matter. I had covered. Oh, wait, they ignore cover, don't they?
No, they ignore dense.
Oh, they ignore
Not
dense
light.
now. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Vanguard, everything they've got will go into the Terminator squad, except for the arc rifle, which will have a shot at the Land Raider.
Ah, glorious. Okay. Well, they have extra range, so they're all in range because of the galvanic field. And where are we starting with the arc rifle?
Yeah, we'll just do the 1 off. 3 up.
It does hit. Well, before because I'm -1 to hit, but you made it anyways.
True, yeah.
And then this is.
Strength 6. So, no, I needed 5s.
Oh, does it do like a 6 to wound or a 4 to wound or something against? Or is that the arc rifle? That's something weird against vehicles. It has a haywire effect, so it it always wounds vehicles on a 4-up, and it does 3 damage. So -2 becomes -1, and I currently have a 1-up save. So glorious 2s all day. Then the rest of the shots into the Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators there.
So plasma.
1 miss. Do you get to reroll for? No, the Tech Priest is not nearby. We have the Mars reroll.
Mars reroll. Nope.
No, he doesn't die or anything because it's a plasma, right?
No, because I didn't have a charge.
Ah, smart. Okay, good. That's a wound. Oh, that's a fail. Just 1 damage.
1 damage.
Let's wound the guy in the furthest back because he is a detriment to the team. And this guy, technically further back, I suspect. And the radium.
3s.
The weird radiation guns. 3s to hit. Oh, it should be 4s.
No, 4s because of the dent.
So the dense cover protects, and these wound on
5. Destroy strength 3.
5. That's a wound, but that does 6s do something fancy.
2 damage.
Oh, okay, fair. So quick correction, we were using the older rules for that from the previous edition. There's 2 6s in the hit roll pool, so those automatically wound. They don't do 2 damage anymore. Then you can just go ahead and roll the wound with those again. Just a reroll on those.
Right,
Maybe you'll get more. So you get, there you go, 2 more wounds. So we have 4 wounds in total because that was a 6. Now they are extra AP, but we have that new fancy Armor of Contempt rule, so 2s. It wouldn't matter for 1, I guess. In fact, I think that might be the only time the Armor of Contempt rules come up. We're moving on to brighter horizons over here.
So the infiltrators into the Terminator bodyguard.
Oh yeah, the
It's flechettes, and I am going to spend 1 command point on Wrath of Mars.
Oh, that's the mortal wounds. Gotcha. I can't do anything about that. Boo! And that will bring Daniel down to 10. They are currently cloaked by the storm, so these would be -1 to hit, even though they're in the open. There's a little Fenrisian storm going on. Literally called the Storm Caller. These are 4s?
4s looking for 6s.
Is it the hit rolls that matter?
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay. So we got a pair. Okay, that's 2 mortal wounds. That almost kills one of the Vara gear. Only half of them, though. So we have 2 mortal wounds. Is that in addition or instead of the damage? Right, Wrath of Mars is the wound rolls, but it will be in addition.
Yeah, so that's 10 hits on the first half.
I might as well roll the wounds up, see what you get.
Okay.
Oh, you might as well use your Mars reroll here. It's the same weapon all around.
Yeah.
So. It helped.
Got one
more.
more.
Nice. Blessed Mars. Strength 3, so 5 wound. We're looking for 6s. No more wounds on the first half. We have 3 wounds so far. I'll keep a pool of saves because we have to do that all over again. And second half on 4s because of the storm caller. Only 1 3. No, do better. And 5 wound. We're really fishing for 6s. So far, I've suffered.
Hey,
there you go.
there
There's
we
the
go.
4. Okay, that's really good. That kills Terminator and some. And then
one more.
So that's 5 on top of the 3. We have 4 wounds suffered so far. Ooh, 5 6. That kills 2 Terminators exactly. All right. Let's lose you in the back and you, I suppose. And then after that, we go to the Castellan Robots over here, and they have the flamers on their shoulders, it looks like.
The combusters, so D6 shots each.
And everything's into these Wolf Guard Terminators here.
So strength 5 to wound.
3s. Ooh, only 4 fails. What's the AP on this?
-2.
All right, they become -1. These are going to be 3 up saves. Oh, Contempt saved another wound. That's 2 damage. Literally never came up. Contempt literally never came up. What am I talking about? Okay, we're still, I think, 1 or 2 early from earlier. And that will wound. Where's my Wolf Guard in there? The pack leader. Pack leader was... There it is. He's got the little benum on his shoulder there. And then that's it for the Castellan Robots. Oh, what do they have in their hands? Do they have any weapons in their hands?
No, it's just really powerful fists.
We
Will come up later. He has got his pistol, but it's not in range.
Understood.
So back to the Doom Crawler. I'm going to try and pop at that Land Raider, and all the Cognis weapons will go into the Terminators.
All right, now that Doom Crawler does have... This is interesting because it actually does come up. That Doom Crawler does have +1 to hit. So it's going to counteract the dents there, but not the cloaked by the storm. So he's still going to be -1 to hit in the end. Go, Wolves, go!
D3 shots.
Oh,
Hey.
nice. That's a good start. 3 shots with the blast on 4s to hit. Let's see if it even matters. It matters for 1 of them.
Mars reroll.
Ah, dang.
Remember?
No! Mars robbed me. All right, 3s to wound.
3s.
And
Hey.
they all connect. Okay, now this is where these are all 4-up saves after the same model.
-4.
Yeah, -4 becomes -3, and then Armor of Contempt. Oh, sorry, Light Cover makes them a 1-up save. So these are 4-up saves. So any 4 I make is an Armor of Contempt save. None. Not a single one. Oh, so that is 9 damage plus 3d3. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Oh, well. Don't you have 2 wounds left? Still alive, though. Still alive. And the Cognis. These should be 3s to hit because they're not cloaked by the storm, and you have +1 to hit. And strength
4.
So all those wound. No AP on that, so we're looking for 2s. Hey, well, there's no AP on that, so Contempt didn't matter there.
So the Ballistari is going to try and finish off the Land Raider.
Oh, maybe it can connect.
Hitting on 4s.
But you have a reroll.
Mars reroll.
The storm!
Oh, storm.
All right, 3s to wound.
3s.
The Cognis. Ooh.
Oh, and I can't come on point it.
Ah, we dodged it. We live.
No.
We live.
So the Plasma is in range to try and finish off the Land Raider. The Arc Rifle is going to have to go into the Terminators because it's not in range of the Land Raider. And the Radiant Weapons is not in range at all.
The Omniscope does ignore the light cover from the Stormcaller Psychic Power. So these are your supercharged. I have 2 wounds left.
I'm going to supercharge it. So I need 1 to get through. So 4s.
Ooh, they both hit strength 8.
Yeah.
4s to wound. Ah, we're good.
No. Arc into the Terminators. Misses.
Okay. And then we're on to the Dune Rider.
So Dune Rider's going to shoot at the 1 bodyguard that you can see.
Alrighty.
So the Cognis Stubbers. -1 cost of the storm.
Yes.
Mars reroll. Nope.
And then wounding on 4s. Just a lot of stubber, yeah. Yeah, no AP, just extra shots on the Cognis there. 2s! Ah!
Oh.
Terminators.
So the Infiltrators are going to try a long charge against both units.
A lot like that, a long charge. Nice. So it's just -2 to the charge, only because they're supposed to be 2 inches back, but I don't think it'll matter. I have no Overwatch, so all you, man. That's a 7, so a 5, essentially. Yeah. They roll a 7 for all rules purposes, but they only get to move 5 because they're supposed to be a little further back. That's where they end up there. And then we have the Castellan Robots declaring a charge over yonder.
Would you like to Overwatch?
No, I only have 6 command points. I got to be sparing here.
No.
A 5. Would you like to reroll?
No, I'm not.
All right.
Super interested in that right now.
All right. If anyone's curious, there's a 9-inch charge to get to the defense line there.
So I'm spending 1 command point for Chain Taser Protocols, so that instead of 6s to hit is an additional hit, it's 5s and 6s is an additional hit.
It just enhances their taser weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brings you down to 9. So the Princeps will attack the Wolf Lord, and then hit that little homie will help him out. The rest will put attacks into the bodyguard, though. We're looking for 5s and 6s to hit here as to trigger tasers because of the stratagem. So that's 2 extra hits there. Oh, did they hit on 3s normally?
Yep.
So you get a reroll because you're Mars if you want it.
May as well. No.
There we go. Didn't help, I suppose. And strength is
6.
Okay, that's fair. Yep. And then the 3s don't hit because he's got the don't wound because he's got the pelt of the Beowulf. That's -1 to hit and wound. I just forgot to say that to the camera earlier. So 3 wounds at -1. Well, you better believe he's got 2 up save. See, contempt doesn't matter. Look at that. We take it's 1 damage each.
Yep, 1 damage each.
So he's down to 3 wounds. The attacks into the remainder of the bodyguard on these are still 3s hit because there's no pelt of the Beowulf on these guys, and it's only ranged attacks that are -1 to hit for the storm. A bunch of extra hits because there's about 5 ups there. So these are all wounding. You said strength 5?
Strength 6.
6, 3 to wound.
So
Yeah.
3s to wound.
There we go. These are -0 now. 2 ups. Contempt saves. That saves the Terminator there, so we take a damage. Alrighty. Well, that's the most they can conjure. Well, let's strike back. We're gonna start with the Wolf Lord. He'll take honors here. He has Saga of the Wolfkin, so his shock assault is D3 instead of +1. So he'll get 3 extra attacks. He has 4 base as well, I believe. 7 attacks on him. He'll have 2s to hit because he's a captain. They all hit, and these are wounding on 3. I'm strength 5 or 6 here, so I'm strength 7 actually. Oh, 2s to wound then. Relic Blade is okay. Nice. These are all AP -4. So you have they have enhanced bionics, I believe.
Yeah.
So these are 7 5-ups. Yeah, so every fail is a dead infiltrator. So you make, naturally, only 1. So he alone cuts 6 down. All right, well, that'll unlock his Saga of the Wolfkin at the end of the phase, which won't have any effect right now. So that was a great swing from El Capitan. Boom, boom, boom. And then the Wolf Guard get to go next. So you'll just stay where you are, and then you'll just get up there. You'll get within half an inch of him, and then you'll stay where you are. You'll just face the enemy, though. That is the pack leader there. This guy's hurt. We're going to opt to fight with their Power Fist, and they'll each have a free Lightning Claw attack afterwards. So this is them hitting on 3s because they get +1 to hit as Space Wolves. I can't re-roll because of the that's just what the Infiltrators do. And these are 2s to wound. So that's 3 wounds at enhanced bionic saves.
5 up.
You make
None again.
None. Before you pull them, there's 1 guy left. I have 3 Lightning Claw attacks on 2s. Okay. And 1 more enhanced bionic save. There's 1 guy with 1 wound left. Fascinating. The Princeps is if he holds, that really scuffs up my next turn because these guys will all be tied up. So they'll consolidate, I suppose. They're there. He's busy carving up bodies, and that's all she wrote for that. That's it for the comp. We have to go right to morale. I don't have to test losing 2 models, but you have to test for losing 9. On a 1, he does stay though. Or you can insane bravery.
Unless he's insane.
Yeah, that's true. I have nothing. I do have. No, I got nothing. I could smite to free them up, but then they can't charge anything. So 2 command points to tie them up there for a turn is pretty good. But I'll leave that up to your thought there. And trust me, guys, I would have loved to re-roll to kill that guy, but I cannot as part of their rule. But I did just remember that they also reduced my leadership by 1, so that might mean I could run off the table. If I roll a 6, maybe. I got a 2, so I don't have to worry about that. I couldn't remember what their bravery was. I think it's 9, but maybe it's 8, so that's where it matters. And you are going to use your insane bravery now?
Yep,
Keep them there. Once per game, 2 command points. So yeah, down to 7 command points from 9, and then looking at the score, you're on 1 of the objectives there, the other one near the Dune Rider, controlling the ruins, and then the Vanguard over there controlling that area. That's the 3 victory points for the Ad Mech. So it's a tie game at the end of the first battle round. So as we move on to turn 2, 6 to 7 command points, and 3 to 3 victory points. I guess I would technically gain a 7th command point. Okay, there's probably people who have left the video or have made comments saying, you forgot your canticles of the reroll. The Scutari, I get it because they're Mars, but it's Cult Mechanica stuff typically. So it would have been I guess the Dune Crawler gets it as well, right? Because it's Skitarii.
Because it's a canticle, everybody gets it.
The whole army gets it. Okay, so it's going to be hard to say what that really would have mattered against the Terminators, but it's easy to remember how that would have affected the Land Raiders. So what this is the Mars side of the battlefield here would have had everything in addition to the Master Crafted trait gets to reroll 1 hit roll, wound roll, and damage roll on everything they do. So that means the Dune Crawler, which hit and wounded with everything over here, could have rerolled the damage on this guy. So we can go, there would have been one of the 1 damages. Go ahead and roll that. If on a 5-up, I'm destroyed. So the 1 becomes a 1, so that changes nothing.
Nothing.
So that hit and wounded with everything.
So he hit but didn't wound.
He did not wound, so we get to reroll a wound roll on him. Does not wound, okay.
This is what you get for forgetting.
Exactly. And then the plasma over there did not wound, so you get 1 reroll to wound as well. Yes, it wounds now. So what is the AP of that?
-3.
So it goes down to -2, and I have light cover. You ignore the light cover because of Omniscope. So I roll a 5, we're good.
Right.
And then you have 1 more, over here it might matter some more, like you could re-roll 1 more hit roll against these guys and 1 more wound roll against them to try and get that Terminator down.
Hit roll?
So the hit roll doesn't do nothing, and then you get to re-roll a wound roll, which does nothing.
No.
Okay, that's kind of what we get for forgetting.
Yeah.
I get it.
All my fault, I apologize.
That's a way to correct that as quick as possible. It somehow didn't affect anything at all in the game. And then, you know what? I know we're going back a lot. I can remember that the robots here, you can reroll a wound roll against them. I know they failed 1 of the wound rolls, so that might matter for that guy there. Nope. Sure. 1 more big one is he failed to wound with 1 of his on the Land Raider here. I'm just trying to go back and remember as much as I can.
No.
Somehow, Daniel, wow, the dice are saying no, stop it.
You forgot, you can't have it.
What did they fire? I want to do 1 more hit roll.
They did against them.
Was it them? So 1 more hit roll, 1 more wound roll. So the hit roll does nothing.
No,
the wound roll?
Wound roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then I'm going to roll a save.
-2.
It matters. It just does 2 damage though.
2 damage.
That should affect Buddy Boy back there. And the rest of the stuff is kind of like, because the arc rifle I saved against. And then there's like plasma that shot and wounded a guy over here. Do you want to do like the reroll on the 1 plasma shot to do 1 more damage maybe? Oh, it was a hit roll. It was a 1 into a 1. That's right, because you already rerolled it. We'll say 1 of the radiums reroll wound roll. I make my save in case it wounds. There we go.
Yeah,
done.
cool.
Easy. Now I can do my turn. That's about as much as I could remember off the top of my head there. Which after all of that was said and done, this thing still lives, and these guys took 2 more damage. Okay, well, on to my turn proper. We're stuck in combat over here. That is not ideal, but well, I can't do much about that. I think I want to make you go up to full BS or full strength this turn just to put more fire on the enemy, but we have to choose new canticles and stuff for the Ad Mech side. So as I go into the tactical doctrine, the Ad Mech get to pick a new canticle and a new other thing. Yeah, we have a Protector Imperative, which is +1 BS and -1 weapon skill on the Skitarii side. And then the Canticle of the Omnissiah, I believe is the other one, is the Litany of the Electromancer, which will be -1 to hit for melee. And that will only be for the Cult Mechanica stuff, but then because you're Mars, that works on all the Skitarii stuff. I don't know if Bestial Savagery is going to have any value right now, just because I would like to target the Lightning Claw guys, but they're in the Land Raider currently, either one of them actually. Or these guys, but I don't think they're going to make it into combat this turn. I don't think it's... I'll use Power of the Machine Spirit over here to give it... it's in its full bracket right now. That's 2 of my command points. I'll go down to 5. So we're going to do that. We're going to go into the movement phase now, and we are going to I'm going to show you... They're going to disembark because this thing's going to die, and I don't want to lose Terminators to the explosion. And then we're going to back these Terminators up a little bit as well. We disembarked. The Lightning Claws, they move towards the objective. We got this guy within 3 of the objective. Backed up the Terminators here a little bit because we are worried about the Cult Mechanicus robots coming in. If I could pop 1 or 2 of them, I'd feel a little bit better about it, but their guns are trained down this way still. And then the Land Raider moved, stayed within 3 of the objective for now, just to give me points for it this turn. And then getting within 3 of the den, so I don't have to suffer the negative for shooting through it again. And then on to other things, per se. Fascinating, this outcome there, very fascinating. We are going to disembark the Lightning Claws from this Land Raider. Disembarking, and then they're going to move. And then before I moved the Lightning Claws, I moved the Terminators here to see where they end up. With the difficult terrain, they only go 3 inches. And it's going to be an 8-inch charge, but with the difficult terrain in the way and the difficult terrain they're currently dealing with, it'll be a 10-inch charge. Not loving that, so what we're going to do instead is simply... advance. Feels bad. Feels very bad. I'm afraid to command point it, so I won't. Hypothetically, though. Still not happy with that. Because of the density of their base is only the 4 over there are able to move. Oh, that's rough. That was a bad advance roll. They had a bad one earlier as well. We're going to keep those guys where they are, and now we're going to move the Lightning Claw Terminators. And that's where they're going to end up. The Land Raider, whatever. He's cool where he is. He doesn't really need to move, I suppose. Position for dramatic effect. Hey. Move him back a little bit in a second here, because I'm going to have Niall come out, I believe. Niall. And Niall will pop out there. You'll stay within 6 of the same kind of targets he is at currently. And then, I wonder if I was to move you back to there. That's what I'll do instead. So where he was, so instead of turning, he's just going to drive backwards to give additional look-osters to the characters there, because bad things are going to happen to my bodyguard. I suspect. And we're going to go into the Psyche phase. We're going to start with Smite from Niall, because that's all that really matters. We got it. That guy's dead. Got him. And then second power will still be Stormcaller, because I do like light cover. With a +2 to cast, we got it. On a 6. Look at that. And I'm going to spend more command points on Cloaked by the Storm to protect me as much as I can. I'm down to 3 here now. So that will provide the benefits to the exact same units as of right now. So they're -1 hit and light cover for range attacks. And like I said, 3 command points. And then we're going to go on to shooting. So I kind of want to put down the Castellan Bros, but I don't have great line of sight to them, and I moved with my heavy weapon, so that's not ideal. We're going to start with the Terminators. The only real targets they have will be the Scutaria there. Now the guys in the back are going to be -1 to hit because they're too far away from the wall there to benefit from ignoring it. These 3 are within 3 of it though. Then it doesn't matter because the Assault Cannon already moved. 4s to hit with the Assault Cannon and 2s to wound. 2 wounds, AP 1, so 5 up.
5 up.
2 die.
2 die.
Boof, 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 boof. And then, so the guy you just pulled would have had cover. I didn't know that. You could.
Well, I'll just take him then.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
And then we have the Stormbolter. So we have the Stormbolter in the back, which is hitting on 4s, which means we have 2 hits there so far. And the 12 remaining on 3s, which will give me 8 more hits on top of that. These are all going to wound on 3s. Which will be 6 wounds at -1. So there's 2 guys in cover. They're going to have 4 up saves. They don't need the cover. They tank them anyways. Okay, then 1 died. Now it's 1 at a time. He dies.
He dies, and then a regular.
All right, 3 dies.
So 3 die.
And 3 die. 2 in cover must die. And then we have 2 special, the Arc Rifle, Plasma, and the, whatever the champion's called. The Alpha, yeah. Okay, we're on to the Land Raider. It is going to be full effect here. We're going to put the Stormbolter into the Scutaria, and then we're going to do the Heavy Bolters and the last cannons into the Robots. Start with the Stormbolter, I guess. Barra hits, because we ignore the dents there, because we're near it, and then we wound 1 time maybe? AP 1, so 5 up. Da! You're good, armor. And then the 4 las Cannonins. Oh wow, if I didn't move up, man. Well heck, if I didn't like boost it. You know what, let's see if the 2 command points are worth it here. These are 3s to wound. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. 1 wounding hit, and you have 5 up.
5 up.
Oh, no. Okay. And it's going to deal 4 damage. Yeah, whatever. Robot will have 2 wounds left. If I can get through with one of these heavy bolters, I think it might be worth 5s to wound, though. Nada. No. We tried. We are going to go on to shooting with, I guess, this one here, this Land Raider. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do the las Cannons into the Dune Crawler. And a Heavy Bolter into the Dune Crawler as well. Who knows? Las Cannons first. No dents in the way. 1 wounding hit.
5 up.
Ooh.
No.
Take 2 damage. I love Las Cannons, dude. They got a nice glow up in the Horus Heresy. The Heavy Bolters. Ah, yes. Glorious. Look at that. 1 wound. AP 1. Hey, You're good. No damage there. Okay, well, you know what? That beautiful piece of technology tried. And then we're on to our Terminators over here. They're simply going to fire into the Cataphren here, because this guy will have dents against those shots because of that. So we'll go into the Destroyers. Assault Cannon first. It didn't move, so it actually hits on 3s, which is nice. And wounds on 3s. AP of 1.
So 4 up.
We do 2 damage. And we have the 3 Stormbolters. We miss on those. And we wound on 5s. 3 of them at AP 1 as well. Tactical Doctrine, baby.
4 up. You killed.
I killed 1. They have 3 wounds, right?
Yeah, 3 wounds. You killed one and then killed another.
One's got 1 wound, eh? Boom, 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 boom. There's one guy there with 1 wound. And, okay, we got a guy. It's a slow process here. We're done shooting. We're on to charging. I feel sad for my my Terminators over there, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's go with declaring a charge with these Terminators into the Vanguard.
So 1 command point for Overwatch.
Bringing you down to 6. Because they're in the ruins completely, they're going to declare set to defend. The +1 to hit with Overwatch 1.
Yeah, so we're looking for 5s.
But 6 is auto wound, so boom, we have a wound, and then 5's hit.
5s again.
5's again, so we have 1, 2, 3 saves on my Termies, 2 ups. Ooh, that's a good roll.
The arc rifle.
And then are you going to supercharge the plasma?
No.
Oh, you might as well do it. Oh, it didn't matter anyways, either way, okay. And then I will roll my charge distance for dramatic effect. Boom. Boom. 5? I don't know if that's good. That's where 5 is to my base from the front of his models. It's hard to see from where they are, though. So they do make it barely. But I'll take it. All right, so that's where they end up with charging. I don't even think I have any other charges. For an old Terminator list, these guys are kind of lagging behind. But hey, that's a big threat to have later on still. So I'm okay with that, as long as they're not getting shot up too bad. Okay, if that's my only fight, I am going to go first with those Terminators there. I do really want to put these guys down, but I'm going to save the command point. I could do Fury of the First for +1 to hit to counteract the Litany of the Electromancer further, but I won't bother. So we're going to go ahead and pile them in. I'll show you where they end up. So that's where they end up piling in. That guy there had to get closer to this guy because that's where he ended up with the charge. So he's just on the other side of the wall of him. But he does get within an inch of that guy there, of them. So they're all able to swing because we got 2 guys in the front within ½ an inch, and then this guy is within ½ an inch of the guy within ½ an inch. So they're all able to swing, and we're going to tag them. Not that it matters too much. The Manipulus does give them the ability to scoot and shoot, but at a negative penalty. But hey, I might as well give them the negative penalty, right? So we are going to do all of the attacks into the Vanguard because we must. This is how many attacks they get with the Lightning Claws. They have 2 base, Shock Assault, and each Lightning Claw gives an attack. But the pack leader has the 3rd attack base. Because of the Space Wolf chapter tactic, we do hit on 3s, because we get, that doesn't count, it's a drop die. We have +1 hit when we charge, on the first round of combat I should say, but Litany of the Electromancer makes us hitting on 3s again. So die dropped there earlier. So I was thinking about doing Fury of the First to make these 2s hit, but I don't know if it would have mattered. That's 5 more hits, 6 more hits I would have had, and then these are just a lost cause. 3s to wound with Shred. So I'm hoping it doesn't quite matter here. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 15, 16 saves. And these should be 6-up bionic saves?
Yeah, 6-up bionics.
Or even armor saves. Oh, they get cut down. Yeah. Okay, so I definitely did not use Fury of the First there. Neither. I did not need Fury of the First there. And then consolidations. And unfortunately, they're all closer to the destroyers. I couldn't manipulate it. If I rolled more than a 5 on the charge, I could have definitely made this so I could have piled in towards this guy and then gotten on the objective with some models. That will deny me 2 victory points. I was too afraid of rolling less than a 5 and failing the charge, though, so I don't want to risk it. Consolidating, though, I like being in cover. Cover is cool. We'll just hang out where we are. Like, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll just hang out there. Because I can't really fight you. You get to fight me back, though. So, because that guy's within ½ an inch, everything within ½ an inch of him will attack. So these guys are going to pile in there. You'll get closer to the Terminators, but they can just fix it on the Terminator retreats from the combat there. All right, let's see what these guys have. They are destroyers. I think the Breachers are better in melee, technically,
yes,
but...
Yeah, the Breachers are much better.
Now, the Protector Imperative won't affect these guys. They don't suffer the negative on weapon skill, but I think they just hit on 4s anyways.
Yeah, 3 attacks each, hitting on 4s.
That's a good roll. Your Mars, you get to reroll 1. Hey!
Strength 5.
Oh, you know what? You get to reroll one of the shots with you can reroll the plasma shot when you Overwatch. We can do that afterwards, though.
Okay.
Strength 5, so 3s to wound. Hey, nice.
Nice.
No armor penetration. Does the Terminator plate hold up? Somewhat. I'll put the 2 wounds on this guy over here. We forgot to reroll the hit roll on the Mars trait for the Overwatch. Hey, the hits with the plasma. Because you got to set to defend? No. All right. That will conclude my turn. I don't wrestle any of the objectives. I was thinking about going for these guys. I was afraid of their Overwatch, and I didn't think I'd have enough attacks with the Lightning Claws to take them all out, and I was hoping for a longer charge to get on the objective over there. Unfortunately, that all kind of didn't work out super well. We have 1 point for this objective, 1 point for this objective, 1 point for that objective, and those owe me a morale check. They lost some homies. 3 plus the 4. How many were the leadership 7?
Leadership 7.
I think I killed 5.
Yeah.
Or yeah, something like that. So one's gonna run, and then 2 guys are gonna run on 1s and 2s. No, just 1 runs. Arc rifle or plasma gun? Or sergeant. Ooh.
Sergeant.
The alpha goes away. Gotcha. Hate to see it, folks. Hate to see it. All right, we're on turn 2. 7 command points for the Ad Mech, 6 to 3 victory points for the Wolves.
So he's now using the initial on his Holy Order Artisans to allow these guys to fall back and shoot at -1. And the Tech Priest Engine Seer at the other side of the battlefield will give the Dune Crawl +1 to hit again.
That there, folks, is over on the opposite side. This is the +1 hit that we've seen last time. That is it for the command phase. Pretty tame all around. So we're going to go into the movement phase. We'll give you a before and after, and we'll tell you any significant moves. I assume we're going to see a disembarkation.
We are, yes.
The Castellan Robots moved forward.
He's going to try and heal.
1. Ah, stay dead. Kind of. And then the rest of the Dune Crawler stayed still. Now, the one thing of significance was that the advance over here on the Vanguard, they're staying near the objective, but they're taking cover behind the wall now as their buddies all got popped and their alpha ran away. So they know that their prerogative is to hold. The Ballistari is fine where he is. And at the end, or in the reinforcement step from strategic reserves, the Rust Stalkers show up. Wholly within 6 of this table edge, not in my deployment zone in any way, shape, or form, and not using my table edge. And, well, more than 9 away from everything. They're actually pretty far away as of right now. And then we move over to here, and what do we see?
So the destroyers fell back round to the side of the ruins. The Militaries fell back to give them space. The Corpuscari got out along with the Dominus, and then the Dune Rider just fell back to, well, hide and also tactically shoot at them.
Try and do as much damage as these. I hope the Terminators don't get lit up and killed by all this, but there's a good chance they will.
And then he's going to try and heal him.
No.
2.
He's up to 11.
Back up to full. He's going to try and heal them.
Back up to full. Alrighty. Now I'm just shooting.
So we'll start at this side. The Ballistari is going to try and finish off that Land Raider if he can.
Now, it does have +1 ballistic skill because of the...
Storm.
No, you get +1 to hit because of your, not the Canticle of the Omnissiah, but the other thing.
Oh, the Doctrina.
The Doctrina Imperative, yes.
Yes.
So your -1 weapon skill across the board, essentially, except for the Cult Mechanicus stuff, which I believe the Electro Priests are Cult Mechanicus.
Yes, they are.
They are Cult Mechanicus,
Yeah,
so it matters. Yeah. So you're going to be hitting on 2s, but it has -1 to hit, and it's got Dense. So you're hitting on 3s. Because you can't stack the -1 to hit, but you get the extra BS.
So 3s.
You get the reroll for Mars.
Mars reroll.
Hey. And 3s to wound, I believe. Or
3s.
And no reroll there, unless you want to command point it.
No, not yet.
So it'll be -2 because of Armor of Contempt, and I have a 1-up save. So, we are going to roll 3. Oh, that is a big Armor of Contempt save.
So we're just going to quickly jump back a set. We've only done 1 shot. At the start of the shooting phase, I'm going to spend 1 command point on Binaric Override. They're going to change their protocol so their weapon skill is 2+.
That works.
It stays like that for the rest of the game. They can't change it back.
Oh no, what a shame. Instead of like Protector protocol or whatever.
Yeah,
the
so like at
protocol.
the minute they've got 2+ save rather than a 3+. So
Right.
they're going to lose the 2+, but they're going to get a 2+ weapon skill instead.
Gotcha, nice. And that will bring Daniel down to 6. And for the rest of shooting.
So these guys are going to flame the closest Terminator unit.
Boom, there, good luck. Oh, you rolled like crap. Sorry, I don't wish you luck anymore. So that is 6 automatic hits at a strength of, I believe, 6. 3s to hurt my Terminators. All right.
1.
AP, there's AP1? I thought they're AP2 normally.
Oh, sorry, AP2 1 damage. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Phosphor.
Contempt.
So the Gamma Pistol into them, but not because he can't reach sap.
These wounded Terminators. Good luck.
2+.
Hey, you hit. Nice.
Right, let me just check the strength.
Oh, wow, that's a pretty good gun.
3s.
It wounds. -3, so -2 here, and 4-up save, I guess, because they don't have anything other than that. Oh, it didn't matter there. 3 damage? Well, let me tell you, it puts that 1 wound Terminator down.
Yeah.
That's a 4th Terminator dead. It's a slow, arduous process killing all the Terminators.
1 dice to a 3 damage gun.
We like it. What's next?
So the Dune Crawler, the Neutron Laser into them, and the Cognis. I might have to double check, because I might have just killed the guy that was in range.
Oh, the line of sight guy and the range guy? We still got range line of sight to the guys over here.
So the Neutron, D3,
It's 3 shots.
3.
Ooh, you've been rolling good on that so far. Ooh,
So
but can you get to the end?
This has got +1, but you've got -1.
Yeah, so it's a weird way because it increases his BS to 2+, and this is -2 to hit, but it just still caps at 3 up. And you have the Mars reroll.
Mars reroll.
Mastercrafted, nice, and then wounding on probably 3s. Pair of wounds. Now these are AP4, and I have a 1-up save, so AP3 to a 4-up save. The first one, bump, that's a 5. Boom, and then the second one. Oh, the contempt!
Ryan.
And then the phosphor into these guys, not phosphor, the Cognus. Should be 3s to hit with the negative on the dents, but that's about it. And 4s to wound. No AP on that, just lots of bullets. That does the damage. And that Land Raider just wants to truck all day. He takes 14 damage, then nothing. We are going to lose, I suppose we're going to lose you. Or not lose, you're going to start wounding you. And that's all the shooting on that side. Nothing left in the middle. So it's quick and easy to resolve and jump over here. Aha, welcome. What are we thinking first?
I'm thinking we shall start with the Copper Scary because of their small range.
All right, right into the Lightning Claw Wolf Guard. It's there's 10 of them. There's 3 shots each, but they have like taser hands essentially. So here's the first half hitting on. What do they normally hit on?
3s.
Their core. I assume they re-rolled near the Dominus. So we have so far, and then we have the Tech Priest roll, and then you might as well re-roll one of those again because you're Mars. So just because that could be one of the 2s, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the first half hit. So we have lots of 6s. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 hits so far. And the strength 5. So these are the wound rolls on 3s. 15 saves, but they are, I'm going to contempt these. It does 0 damage so far. But now, to be fair, contempt didn't matter because I have cover anyways. So those would have, I have a 1-up save with the cover. Round 2.
Try again.
And reroll any 1s. So you got a pair of 1s in there. Nice. We have 1, 6, so hey, everything hits. Look at that.
Yeah.
3s to wound.
3s. Ooh, that's a bit worse.
Hey, that's average, okay, man? It's like exactly average.
I
lied. It was only 9 wounds. You killed the Terminator. Technically, this guy didn't have cover, but I made the contempt saves anyways. Oh. Anyways, he'll go down to 2 wounds. There we go.
So the Dominus next will start with his Volkite Blaster, hitting on 3s because he moved. He can't reroll himself. 5, so that's just 2 basic saves.
It's Volkite, so 6 do more wounds. 2s! Nice.
Macro Stubber.
He's got a little hot.
All hit.
They all hit, very cool. And
5s.
One got a wound.
No AP.
Damage? No.
No.
The Dune Rider, it is Katariai. +1 to hit into the Terminators. Well, it's BS is 2+ now.
Yeah.
And it's not core, but Mars. Aha.
No.
And then, you get to reroll one of the shots from the
Dominus.
The Dominus, yes. I guess we could just reroll
the other one.
That hits.
Yeah.
And then does a wound. Oh yeah, we'll do that after.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
all
is the reroll
wounds.
for this. Yeah. And now these are wounding on 4s. This is just a crap ton of stubbers. It's 3 wounds though. 2s. Okay, we're good there. And then we get 1 reroll on the Tech Priest because he's Mars. Because he missed one of his shots with his crap. What's it called?
The Volkite.
The Volkite. Yes.
Yeah. No.
No, never mind. Still 1.
Keep forgetting. The Manipulus into these guys with the Transonic Cannon. D6, sorry.
4 automatic hits. It's a sound gun. Oh wow, what's the strength of that bad boy? Is it 8?
Nothing.
It's like strength 4, high AP, high damage?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
naturally.
It does nothing.
Not that it does nothing, it's just the Terminator plate is so good at warding off the sound. Oh boy, here we go.
They're going to shoot into them, but it is -1 because of the fallback.
Glorious falling back and shooting. Look at me applying negatives to things. All right, 5s to hit. No rerolls because they lack the troops that don't have core. But holy moly, that's some 5s. That looks pretty hot to me, dude. 3s to wound, I think, strength 5?
Yeah.
Yes. And then 6s, none of the 6s matter, but my armor save makes it 2 damage each. Only 1 fail. You know what? You get to reroll one of those too because you're Mars. One of them misses from earlier.
Oh, yeah. 1 miss.
No.
Missed.
Yeah. So these are -2 with contempt, and I have a 1-up save. So these are all 3+ saves. Oh, that's what I was worried about. There he goes. It was bound to catch up to me. So I kills a guy, kills a guy, kills a guy. Because that was a fail. So was that. So dead. Sorry. Dead, dead, dead. And 1 guy's got 1 wound. It's no good. Pack leader, 1 wound left.
Phosphor. 5s.
Pair hits. And strength 5, I believe. Ignores dense, but not the light there. Ah, you got him.
Got him.
Alrighty. Well,
We did a thing.
absolutely. That's not ideal. Boom. We still have a big guy.
Neutron,
Land
Land Raider, Cognis, that far squad again.
Ah, fair, okay. Neutron first, D3
Neutron,
shots.
D3.
Oh, it's 2 this time.
In between.
Should be 3s to hit because of the negative, but you get +1 hit.
Yeah, +1.
Or +1 DS.
3s. I will command point that.
Oh,
Yep.
2 wounds. And that'll bring you down to 5. 2 saves at -3, and I have light cover. Make 1, fail 1.
So 3 plus D3.
4 damage.
4 damage.
12 remaining wounds. And then the 2 stubbers.
Stubbers on 2s. All
Yes,
hit.
nice, nice. Force to wound. That is 2. Okay, double 6, nice. Shooting complete. We do have some charges though. Probably not on the side we were just on, but I assume we would like to attempt some charges over yonder.
Yes, the Castellans are going to charge both that Terminator squad and the Land Raider.
The only thing is they will take a negative for breaching through that. Yes, yes.
Well, I think hopefully they're equidistant anyway, so it's -2 either way.
-2 either way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I had forgotten that those are actually too big to breach through that. We're just gonna obviously Daniel would have moved them differently since the start of the game because we didn't think about we went to go charge right now. I'm like, oh wait, they can't go through that. So we're not gonna worry about it. They're just gonna breach through it, scrap it. I know it's not in the rules. That's fine. Because you would have walked this way instead this whole time.
Yeah, it would have been one or the other.
You would have been going that way or this way.
It's so easy to forget that they've got the vehicle keyword.
Yeah. It's they're not infantry, they're not beasts, they're not cavalry. Oh, sorry, they're not infantry, swarms, or beasts, so they can't technically breach through it, but that's okay. We're just gonna let them do it anyways. It's all good. It's -2 to the charge still. So
yeah.
With the negative modifier, it's a 7-inch charge. You make it with a 9, so technically you roll a 7. So you only need a 5 though. So that's where they're gonna end up with their charge. That's the last charge. I could opt to not heroically intervene in here and then have them go in this direction. But at the same time, Daniel could just pile this guy in, get closer to that model there, and bring my guys in combat, and I'd lose a lot of bonuses. So I'm just gonna opt for the heroic intervention, and they're just gonna go fighting time. And that guy can't fight. Okay, well that's it. We're on to fighting over here. You get to strike first. All right, so how do you want to split these attacks up? They all have 3 attacks base, but +1 for each fist, and they have 2 fists each. So 5 attacks a model.
This guy against Land Raider?
All 5?
Yeah.
And then do they want to put...
Them two, I'd probably everything, actually no, because you...
There's 2 squads there now, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to put the 2 robots into these Terminators here because they have Chain Fist and Power Fist. The Lightning Claws aren't as big of a threat to them. All right, so we'll start with this guy over here because you changed their imperative or their system.
protocol, yeah.
Yeah, they hit on 2s.
So hit on 2s.
Okay, all hit so far. Strength is 10, so 3's to win the Land Raider. 1 fail. -2s. He's got a 4-up save against it. Ooh, makes almost every single one, but he does die. Does he explode? Yes, he does explode.
Is that good or bad?
It's bad for both of us because it's gonna probably kill that robot off before he attacks.
Oh no.
But it's gonna hit my guys too. Because again, for 40k, it's like you do all die rolls at a time. So technically, the proper order there, not that it matters too much, is he declared all the attacks. He rolls the first attack, rolled a wound, I roll a save. Second attack, rolled a wound, roll a save, and then whatever. And then he dies. Then you resolve the explosion before moving on to the next guy. So he dies, and he's gonna do d6 mortal wounds to everything within 6. I misplayed over here. They were meant to be outside of 6 of that, but I didn't actually. Oh, I couldn't because they were stuck in the moon phase. That's why I didn't do it. It was this thing that moved too close to them is what I shouldn't have done. But they're within 6, so is Neil. And all of this is obviously within 6. Well, I'll feel hopefully good and hit your guys first. I deal 4 mortal wounds to your robots. Yep, so that kills that one off.
Kill him off.
And then it'll deal, brings that one, they're 8 wounds each, right?
7 wounds each.
7 wounds each. Oh, he had 3 wounds.
He had 3 left because he healed the 1.
Yeah. The roll to see if yours explodes. It
No.
does not, okay. And then the Lightning Claw Terminators, losing 1 of them. And then the Terminators over here, losing 1 and some. Lose a regular guy. Take that out of here for now too. I gotta fix that. And then this guy is gonna go down to 1 because that's the pack leader. And then the Land Raider's dead, and then my bodyguard suffer. Okay, that's not too bad. It just kills the wounded guy off. Still, that's a lot less attacks though. Remove this, and I got to roll for Neil. I nearly forgot. And then I got to put these two guys back who are hanging out back here. And then Neil Stormcaller, who could die from this, does not. Oof. He's got 2 wounds left, though.
Never mind, he's got 6 wounds. He's got 3 remaining.
Okay. Neat. That was his attacks resolved, and now we can move on to this model trying to beat up those Terminators there. 2s! You are Mars if you need it to be.
Mars.
It mattered.
Get to be
2s!
all of them.
Nice. We got 5 4 saves. Oh, only kills 1. Hey, it's the wounded guy too. Screw that guy. But that means my guys can't attack back. Unless you want to consolidate into them. Alright, so we're going to opt to not pile into them, so these guys are going to elect to fight. Whoa, let's go! Wolves! Woo! For Fenris! Yes. For Russ! Yes. For Lightning Claws! Yes. So 21 attacks, hitting on 3s because of the litany of the Electromancer. Well, I could have. Well, I don't really plan on killing these guys too much right here, anyways. I suppose we're not in the 3rd turn yet, but we're getting there, baby. We're getting there. These are 5s to wound, but yeah, 4 rerolls. Aha! Ooh, look at that. We got 3, 4, 5, 6. These are -2. 3 up save goes to 5 up. I do 4. That was
4
a fail.
damage.
4 damage. Nice.
Down to 2.
I did 2. All right. Well, that's that, I guess. We're done. That was very destructive. These guys lost 2 dudes? No, they're not right.
No.
That should be it. That should definitely be it. Yeah, because you completely wiped out my Wolf Guard squad over there. Now, scoring-wise, look, you got your 3 objectives again.
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
You got all 3 of them. Mine are still under my protection. Well,
Trying
not
to
currently.
fight for that one a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a push for that one. So it actually might be a pretty close game, like score-wise, all things considered. So we're on to the 3rd turn. I am going to go to the Assault Doctrine without a shadow of a doubt, and then that means that Daniel's got to pick a couple new rules as well. Start of the 3rd battle round. 4 to 5 command points, but 6 victory points for everybody involved. And as I go into the Assault Doctrine, we're going to take Shroud Psalm as a Doctrina Imperative. Or no, this is not the Imperative, this is the Canticle.
I am not choosing a Doctrina this turn.
Because you don't want the negative benefits of them.
No.
And because of the Skitarii stuff, they all get, pretty much the entire army has light cover at the moment. Nothing to really do in the command phase here with my command points. So I'm going to go right on to the movement phase, which I will start by moving these guys. So it is risky. Counteroffensive is always a thing. I'm going to keep these guys in combat because I have anticipations of... Oh gosh, everything's risky as crap. This is bad. I hate fighting 2 good close combat. Well, I don't know how good they are. I think they got pretty high AP. It'll be tough. We'll see how well I do with shooting. These guys are going to move in this direction. We need desperate support over here. The 2 Castellan Robots are monsters right now. Going to advance the Warlord, the Captain. An extra 1. All right, well, 2, I guess. And then the Honor Guard will follow with him. Now I got to figure out what to get back here for some objectives. So Njal is going to advance an extra 3. That's where Njal will end up within 3 of the objective and getting some lookout sir from them. And we're going to have to fix that for the Wolf Lord as well when that comes up. The Land Raider, it's a good question what I want to do with that Land Raider. Back the Land Raider up because I want to do Stormcaller. I probably won't do Cloaked by the Storm though. I don't think I could afford that too much longer. We're going to keep these guys exactly where they are because they're fine where they are and I don't want to give the Assault Cannon further -1 to hit. And now we move these guys 3. They end up moving there, but this is still difficult terrain for them to move on, so it's going to be -2 to the charge. But I'm probably going to do the Keen senses, in the shooting phase on them, so they ignore modifiers while they charge for a command point, because I just don't want... If they just need to make this, they absolutely need to get in there. If I could deal with them, get them in there, and then tie this up, and then get 2 points for this, I'm in an amazing spot. So that 1 command point is well worth it. And then getting in combat on turn 3 is not the worst thing in the world. They were getting shot at too heavily earlier because there was other threats on the table. To the Psychic phase, Njal, he could kill himself if he rolls the perils because he only has 3 wounds remaining. We're going to start with Cloaked by the Storm. He got it within 11, so all wolves within 6 of him will have light cover. I will not be spending a command point on Cloaked by the Storm. And then we are going to go ahead and cast Smite, I guess. Like, why not? That'd be crazy not to. There we go. Smite, D3 mortal wounds. 3.
Did it?
Oh, he dies. Does he explode, though?
Kaboom?
No. Just kind of just crumples over from the Psychic Might. Then he'll have 6 wounds remaining. Okay, we are going to go ahead and shoot now. No shooting there. These guys here are going to fire into the Rust Stalkers, hitting them on 4s with the Assault Cannon. 3 hits, very average. 2s to wound. 2 wounds at -1, but you don't care about that. You just back to your base save because of a Shroud Psalm.
Right, so 4-up save is improved to a 3-up save because of Wasteland Stalkers. So pass 1, fail 1.
All right. So they actually, yeah, they get any benefit of cover they get is an additional bonus to their save. If they get light cover, they get double to it. So I still do a damage, and then we have the Storm Bolter. 3 hits and 2 wounds. And are they 4-up normally?
4-up normally.
So they pass then.
3-up. So
there's no AP on this attack, so they get +2 to their save. Well, shucks. Okay. And then we're going to go on to shooting over here with the Land Raider. Land Raider is going to put everything into the Doom Crawler just because I can't afford to kill one of them with the shooting. We'll still be able to draw a point to every part of his base without going through that. So we have the las cannons. There should be no negatives to hit here. 2 wounds. Doom Crawler has 2 5-ups. Make neither.
No.
Yeah. Any rerolls? I have 2d6 damage coming at him. I have to roll a 5 and a 6 to kill him. I have a heavy bolter as well afterwards.
Yeah, reroll 1.
Oh, yep. Nice. Only 1d6. 3 damage. The other one would have been 1. And that means we're both at 4 command points. And in the shooting phase, I will use a command point on Keen Senses. It's I don't know why you do in the shooting phase. It would make more sense to do in the command phase because you do it in the shooting phase, but it affects all the phases afterwards as well. Yeah, because you ignore BS modifiers, weapon skill modifiers, and charge roll modifiers, but you use it in the shooting phase. I suppose if they wanted to ignore movement modifiers, they could use it in the command phase or the movement phase. It makes sense to start in the shooting phase. It's just a weird one because you would think it's meant for like shooting abilities mostly. All the same. We're going to go on to this squad here. I got to do the heavy bolter still. I want to show the heavy bees for my man Joe. We got a couple hits. For Joe! Minus, you just have your base save because of cover. Light cover because of Shroud Psalm. And I do...
3-up. 2 damage.
Just 2 damage, yeah, he's down to 6. Then on to shooting. The Terminators are going to fire everything into this guy. 6s to hit. Sorry, 4s, no, 3s to hit here. Strength 6. Scratch that. There's only like the Storm Bolters in range. The Assault Cannon's a little too far away. I didn't bother moving them, it's okay. I don't want to do shots in them, it's too risky. So he'll be okay where he is, and then we are going to go on to charging, which will start with these Terminators, charging into them. Would you like to Overwatch?
Yes, I would.
All right. And they're all hitting on 6s. With the big guns on top, you get to reroll 1 of these, because Mars.
No.
And into their wound?
No.
No wounds. And then they have the phosphor.
4 guys.
4 guys. No. All right. I have what I believe is a 5-inch charge. Okay, good. We get to go the full 8. There you go. None of them will go into base contact, but they will surround the destroyers because we gotta cave those heads in with these Thunderhammers. We're gonna charge with the Wolf Lord into the robot there. We do get advance and charge because he's got Saga the Hunter. He has +1 to this roll. He goes 11, which is cool and all, but actually, it might work. He might actually be able to go up and around with the -2. He'll go to that spot. That will unlock that other Saga as well at the end of the phase. Now Core nearby him can advance and charge. And then the Bodyguard will charge. Oh, those dummies rolled a 4. Yeah, that'll make it. They're about half an inch away afterwards. So that guy ends up back there. Okay. And then Yell's not going to charge. I am going to not charge over here because you can just they charge in. And if I fight first over here to kill him, they'll just counteroffensive and kill them. So I can't afford to do that. I will instead fight first over yonder. Who's most likely to do it? These guys kind of are, because collectively they have more attacks than he does, and they have a higher strength as well, so they will go for it. Boop. Piling in. Piling in. Go, Bodyguard, go. This is the attacks we'll get with their Power Fists, hitting on 3s. Rerolling any 1s. But we are in the Assault Doctrine, so Savage Echo is actives. Or Savage Fury, sorry. 2 extra hits. Every 6 is a free hit. These wound on 3s. Oh, wow. And these are all -4, so no save. 2, 4, 6. Boom, boom, boom. 12 damage.
So I'm spending 1 command point on Machine Spirit Revenge. So the Castellan's is going to auto-explode. All units within 6 inches take 1 mortal wound.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do anything about that, so that's...
It's a mini-bomb.
Boom. So that's going to be 1 command point to do a mortal... It does 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds. So down to 2, and then they down to 2, down to 2. Who do I want to lose? Probably work towards losing you, I suppose. And then of the bodyguard, I just don't want to lose the Fen, or the pack leader, I guess. There we go. So 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And they'll consolidate towards the nearest enemy, which is that guy over there. So that's probably closer, mathematically. Yeah, we get closer. And then you charged, so you have to go closer to him as well, and I don't want to. So that's gross. Let's have you jump to the other side, because that's important. Then you'll go that way as well. So instead of going that way, you'll just go through the wall there. Even though rather than be dense. Problem is, he's going to be nearest for a lot of targets. I freaking have to, all right? He has to go there. And then you're just going to stay where you are and not consolidate. Not that they provide Lukas there, but they're a closer target for a lot of cases. And then these guys just stay where they are. And then would you like to counter-offensive over here?
No, it's not worth it.
That's very fair. And very accurate. So this is the pack leader. He's going to pile in and get closer to that guy. He'll go base contact. We're going to do the same with this guy over here, just to make room for that guy to get in. And they're all going to be coherent to 2 other models because their unit is big unit and all that fun stuff. 22 attacks because of the pack leader. These are hitting on 3s because they're thunder hammers. I did not need to fear the first here. I suspect we have 2 extra hits in there because the thunder has savage fury. And these are strength 8, so they're 3s to wound. And these are EP 3, so you have 6 up saves. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 6 up saves. Ooh. Good luck. You need to make quite a bit.
Bionics.
Oh, the bionics work too, I guess, but these are 3 damage each.
Yeah, so, no. 1 dead, 2 dead, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You would have killed the full unit and more.
Oof. Got them. Stupid robots die. They don't explode when they die, do they?
No, the bikers.
Ah, fair. Yeah, that's right. They're weird. They're bikers for whatever reason. Then we will consolidate the wolf way and drag this Doom Crawler into combat because I don't want to fight. It's firing as a neutron laser anymore. It gets to fight back though. It does have 4 limbs, so it might actually be okay in combat. I doubt it, I guess, but
Hitting on 5s? No.
Okay, we got there. I see. That is it for my turn. Now the big thing is I do control your objective at the end of my turn, so I'm going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. And turn 3 for the Ad Mech, up to 3 command points again. But I did get that 2 extra victory point lead. You're going to make some magic happen over here. Hopefully the hero conventions might be able to come into play, though you might be able to manipulate it and take the objective. If they could have consolidated, I would have loved that. So command phase, nothing really to do over here. There will be a heal, we'll fix that later. Into the other Doom Crawler, +1 to hit for the awakening of the machine spirit of it. On this third turn, we're going to move some things around. I've been trying my best to keep unit deployment zone as much as I can, but I couldn't. I still have to worry about the encroaching forces over here. So hopefully this is enough to deal with this. I should be, but we also have to weather the firepower. So we're going to have the Manipulus fall back, or does not fall back, but he's going to move backwards. But the Doom Crawler will fall back from combat. The Dominus moves over, and here come the Corpuscari. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Dune Rider just positions a little bit on the objective and keeps line of sight on the Terminators.
It is meant to happen at the movement phase, but while we're here, we'll heal.
2! He's up to 8. Well, it'll be onto these Terminators to hold. And we're moved to this side of the battlefield where...
So the Datasmith has moved forward to give himself a few options. The Ballistari's moved here so it gets a straight
without having to worry about the negative.
There. And the Doom Crawler's also moved slightly more across, so he's got a better sight on the Land Raider.
And they're hanging out back here still.
Yeah, they are not.
And of course, here comes the Rust Stalkers. And that's it for movement. We're on to shooting. They're all double blades, so they're all melee, no shooting on them. Where would you like to start?
Let's have a think. So the Doom Crawler's neutron laser will fire at the Land Raider and the Cognis all into the Bodyguard.
Yep, they don't have dents right now because one had to poke out of the dents. All right, neutron first. It'll be three shots from the blast. And does it hit?
2s. Oh, Mars.
Hey, they all hit. Nice.
Yep.
And
3s. Ooh. Command point.
Oh, yep. 2 wounds. All right. I still have the Stormcaller active with the psychic power, so 4 ups because of contempt. Ooh, neither of them go through. So that's 6 damage plus 2d3. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 wound remaining.
Oh no, not again. 1
wound left. Back down to 2 command points. All the stubbers.
Stubbers? Ooh.
Oh, the 2s work here though. And you already used the reroll. Yeah, there's no dents on these guys, unfortunately. And 3. 2 ups. Oh, you got a wound on this guy. Got one wound left.
Gamma pistol into the bodyguards.
Hit.
Hits.
And does it wound?
3s to wound.
Yes.
Wounds.
AP 3?
Yes.
So it's AP 2.
Yeah, -3, 3 damage.
Ooh. That was not wise enough to keep them within 6 of Niall. So that is a failed save. That will finish off that bodyguard. We have just the pack leader left.
So the Ballistari will do a clear shot to the Terminators.
Good luck. We have Mars reroll.
Mars.
They both hit. And that's a 6 and a 6. Okay.
Both wound.
They're AP 3 normally?
Yep.
Okay, so they do have 1-up saves. They're AP 2, so these are 3-ups. I will pass on a 6 and pass on a 4. Okay. Oh, we've resolved that side of the battlefield. Over to here. I need these Wolf Guard to hold. Hold well.
The Corpuscari are going to shoot first, and they're also going to spend 1 command point on the Wrath of Mars.
That's smart. Yeah, I hate Wrath of Mars. Still 10 of them there, so here's the first 15 on 3s. Should be 3s. 6s are good. The rerolls, and then you might as well reroll the 2 for the Mars trait. Dogma. Oh, nice. Yep. That matters. The 6s trigger many extra hits, so it's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 hits. Strength 5.
3's looking for 6.
Oh, that's 1 mortal wound. I'm just going to take that off now. Boop. And then the rest are 3s to wound. 13 saves. These are 2-ups because they're AP 1, but I have a shield. So the shield pretty much acts as armor of contempt in its own way. So I take a damage that kills off 1 Terminator. Let's do it again.
The other 15.
All right, roll the 1s.
1s for the Dominus.
Nice, and the 2s and 1s go away now. 19 hits after everything is said and done. These are 3s to wound. We still have 5 more mortal wounds Wrath of Mars can do here. So we'll see 3 more. So that kills off another Terminator. Oof, Wrath of Mars. Scary. Always good. Hey, you need it though. 13 more saves, which will kill a... That was a further Terminator. That was a 1. So I kill another Terminator off. So that takes out 3 of them there. Okay, I need them to hold. Then the 8 million stubbers. I think it's just 4, but it's still quite a bit. Not core, but you can reroll for Mars.
Nope. 4s.
2. 1 damage. Oh boy. Poor Terminators over there just watching their brother get gunned down. Hold, brothers! There we go. So now we're on the 2 tech priests.
So Dominus, Volkite.
Hits on, he moves, so 3s.
He moves, so hits on 3s, but Mars.
So 2 hits.
2 hits.
And 6s are good.
No, just 1.
I think I'm just 4 up makes it for sure. And then, the macro stubber.
Hits on 2s, because
he's a tech priest Dominus and a single wound.
1.
Okay, 2 up there. And then we have the transonic.
Cannon, 3 shots.
4s to wound. Oh, there we go. We got 2 of them. Terminator armor doesn't work on these guys as well. AP 1. We make the saves. Brings us right to the charge phase. I assume the Corpuscari are going in.
They're going 10.
Oh, that's good. All right, Terminators do just hold. Rush up and around through the ruins and end up there and surround me.
Dominus.
Ooh, the Dominus is going in.
He's going to add some support.
I'll crush his face with my Thunderhammer.
Rustalkers.
Rustalkers going in. Then no heroic interventions available on this side, as they're going to keep a more reserved charge. But they could now pile in and get on the objective and be safe from the interventions. But I assume we're not going to be fighting first over here. We forgot to resolve their mortal wounds on the charge. Every model is within engagement range, except for this guy's not. That guy's the only one who's not.
9 6s.
How about none?
2 mortal wounds.
Well, it does finish off one of my Terminators. Boom. Would you like to fight first over here?
Yes.
Either decision is a tough one in this case, but this makes no sense. And then these are all of their attacks, but they trigger, they get to roll 1s, and then pick up one of the 2s as well, because you're Mars.
I think the 1s are only in shooting.
Oh, attack priest Dominus. Okay, you get to reroll one of them then.
So just Mars.
A ludicrously good roll. Like 5 6s or something in there, on top of pretty much no misses. 3s to wound.
3s.
Okay. 16 wounding hits. You kill 1 and almost 2. One guy has a wound there because the shields essentially ignore the AP. That's the pack leader there. I guess we'll lose you. And then you have a single wound left. What am I doing? Of course, the 2's safe because the shield. Yeah. They don't get armor of contempt because they have shields, but the shields act essentially as armor of contempt. because a shield with armor contempt would be way too powerful. That means they're going to maybe hold. I hope that they can hold against the Dominus. I must interrupt over here. So 2 command points for counter offensive. Boom. They're within 6 of the Wolf Lord, so they're going to reroll hit rolls of 1. I'm also going to spend a command point on Fury the First, so they get +1 to hit. Wait, no, they already have +1 to hit. I can't stack that any higher. Okay. Wait, they hit on 3s. Yeah, of course I can, because they have -1 to hit on the Power Fist. So they'll get +2 to, in the end, they'll get +1 to hit. So they'll be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, wounding on 2s. Hopefully we do enough damage that I don't lose too many guys here. I have a hope that I have to look at the Chain Fist. I might have to do him separately because he's weird. So the pack leader has 4 attacks because the Shock Assault, he's got 3 base, and then 3 attacks on the Chain Fist. I know Chain Fists are flat 3 damage. I think they're like weirdly D3 damage against anything that's not vehicle. I do have to do them differently. I guess it doesn't really. Yeah, I'll do Chain Fist first, whatever. Hitting on 2s after all is said and done. Reroll 1s for buddy nearby. They all hit. No 6s though. 2s to wound. Okay, 3 wounding hits, and you're at Enhanced Bionics 5 ups.
5 ups.
You make 2? 1. All right, so the first one kills the dude because he's got a wound, and the second one, dang it! D3 damage, so it just moves over. Okay, so that was kind of a scuffed waste there. That's okay. All right, buddy. Pack leader, 2s. Reroll the 1s. Not a single 6. Dang. All right, 2s to wound. Oh, we got all wounds though. Bionics.
I had 2.
All right, well I killed 2 of them. That was not the outcome I was hoping for. And then pulled the fake leader guy, or just we'll swap him out, I guess. Yeah, sure. I was hoping to kill 7 actually. I only got 3. Oh well, Chain Fist failed me. Could have killed 1 more. All right, we'll do them last. We can go with the Tech Priest Dominus next. That was my little secret punchiness. Well, not really a secret, but my attempt at being big. It was reroll all hit rolls to 1. So just do me 1 more reroll. I don't want anyone to make any comments. The hits and does a wound. Oh, 2 up save, we're good. No. All right. Yeah. Now we go with the Omniscient Axe.
Omniscient Axe hit on 3s.
All hit.
Strength 6, 1 on 3s.
2 wounds. AP.
-2, 2 damage.
All right, -2, so it goes to, essentially my 1 up save goes to a 3 up. I make both.
Yeah, so come on.
All right. And then I'm just going to attack with these guys back to get it out of the way.
Yeah, may as well.
I'm going to put all the attacks in the Corpuscaria, I guess. All right, 4 attacks on the pack leader, 3 attacks on the other guy. 3s to hit. Where's my 6s? Give me 6s. I want 7 6s. I want to be big and attack and be savage. 2s to wound. These, I think you have a 5 up invuln save on them. On these dudes. Invulnerable save, 5 of them.
5 up.
Make. Oh, 2 of them's not bad. So then you have 3 could die here. So roll these 3. Let's do a quick die roll because these are 3 damage each for the Feel No Pain. Anyone who makes a Feel No Pain, he has to make 2 more. These guys, they're only 1 wound each, right? So they're dead. And then, can he make 2 more? No. So I killed 3 of them. Pop, pop, pop. Boom, boom, and a boom. Okay. Then from that, we come over to this unit over here. Getting quite a bit of them in the combat there. I only have the 3 models on the objective. I got 1, 2, 3. So you're able to get 3 on the objective. Well, yeah, you're able to get 3 on the objective. This guy actually could have went further. You can get the 4th on the objective. So you get the objective no matter what, unfortunately for me. These are all their attacks.
3s to wound.
3s to hit with these guys. Reroll 1 of them because they're Mars. There you go.
Nope. Fine.
We don't want to see those 6s.
Come on. 6 again. 3s.
No, you killed 1 of them with 6s. Is it in addition or instead
in addition?
Oh, gross. 11 at -2 after everything is said and done. So these are going to be 4 ups. So yeah, you know what? Didn't even need the AP. It was an admirable attempt on their part, but they do get cut down. Let's reform a little bit there. And that there concludes the turn. So Daniel is able to tie the game up. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, well, technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. And that's going to bring it to battle round 4 for this Wolves. Both at a command point in a tie game. Nothing to really do in the command phase here. I got to consider where I'm going to allocate things. It's going to be tough because it looks like it's going to end up being a tie game where everything is kind of at right now, which is fascinating, I must say. And then the Canticle of the Omnissiah will be the Chant of the Remorseless Fist, +1 strength and melee. We do have morale over here too. I should probably do my Terminators. They hold. Nice. Whew. And I killed 3 of your guys. 8? Can they fail on 8?
Leadership.
So morale didn't matter there. Okay. Well, on to my turn. That's all staying in combat. These guys are fine where they are. They're in cover. They're on the objective. I'm just going to I'm not going to do any shooting with them, so I'm just going to back them up so that they're all on the objective, I suppose. And they're all in cover fully. Land Raider doesn't move much, but I'm going to move it away from the chunk of my forces over here, because we don't like that. We don't like that at all. I'm not too sure how I'm going to deal with all the things encroaching upon me. Like, that guy wants to go punch him. That guy wants to go beat them up, but they want to go beat them up too. And then Niall's going to be back here with the... Oh, wait, no, I can figure this out. I can figure this out. Niall can just go hide behind this. We're going to go on a movement. We're going to move you, the bodyguard, will be sent for that guy. We're going to move these lads here. Hey. Can technically advance and charge, but we don't really care about that. We don't need to care about that. You'll move there, and then Niall will advance. 2. That's where he ends up with a 7. I don't believe that's good enough. So oh, jeez. Niall, you dummy. That's bad. All right, that's potentially game-losingly bad. That's okay. I guess we'll just stay in the cover then. So I have no command point, and Niall's going to hang out in the cover. And hopefully he doesn't die to anything. Ooh. I shouldn't have committed him there right away. But if he lives, that's good for me. That's all I need. And then over here is what we have. That's it. We're on to shooting, where I don't... he's got a combi melta, so he'll fire his combi melta into them. I'll do the bolter first. Hitting on 3s. Well, wounding on that. No AP. You just have 2 2-up saves, essentially, because they get bonus cover. Nothing there. Then the melta part misses because it's -1 to hit. And then we're on to the Land Raider, firing at the Dune Crawler over... I don't know. There's no point. I'm not going to bother firing it. I'm not going to risk the psychic powers. I don't have a command point. The Land Raider... I can't see anything. The Dune Crawler's hidden behind the ruins there. That guy's hidden behind the ruins there. I can shoot at that character or that Dune... I'll just shoot that Dune Crawler over there. Whatever. You never know. 5s to hit with the last cannons. Oh, that's what I thought. And I'm not going to worry about the heavy bolter. Then on to charging. We're going to charge into that character. I assume you don't want Overwatch?
No.
I charge. I guess. Then we'll charge our Lord in first. Sure, good enough. Gets +1 to that charge. He'll just go hang out there. Then the other guys are going to charge. They're going to go in too. They'll end there. And that will be it. We're going to go fight first over here. We'll do... I guess we'll do the Lightning Claws first. Muck up these guys a wee bit. They're all Lightning Claw attacks with Hateful Assault. Or Shock Assault, I should say. There we go. We got a couple extra hits in there because of the 6s. And then these are all going to be 3s to wound rerolling. And boom. With the reroll. I literally just said that. I had a small thought after everything was said and done. And boom. All right, so with these many at AP3, so they're enhanced bionics, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20 saves. 5 ups.
5 ups.
And then every 2 is a dead dude. Got 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5.
That should kill them all though. Should only be 7 remaining.
There is... Yep. Spot on.
Got him with the claws. This is my side. Consolidation. They can go towards the nearest enemy that direction. And then the Wolf Lord just gonna hang out there. Okay. Actually, let's go full. Okay. No, we like to cover more. Nothing's gonna really happen over here. And then we got the Bodyguard fighting the Cybernetica Datasmith. 4 attacks with the Power Fist on 3s. We got 4 hits because of the 6. And 2s. 4 wounds. He's gonna roll on his enhanced bionics there. He makes 1. None. Makes 1. That's 6 damage then.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he gets punched to death. Let's go with a...
Yeah, he's got 4 wounds.
3-inch consolidate. I don't know. We're gonna go to there. He's off on a murderous rampage on his own, I guess. That's it for my charges. You get to fight first over here. All right.
3s. Remember to reroll.
You get to reroll the 2 as well because you're Mars.
And across a Mars.
This is half of them, right? That's right. They have less attacks here.
Yeah, less attacks in melee.
So it's 1 miss. So it's, oh gosh, 5, 10, 13, 16, 19 hits.
Yeah. 3s.
2 pluses. 1 damage.
Oh.
Fascinating. Well, that's going to do 2 wounds on this guy. And then they'll get to fight. They're going to punch the Corpuscari again, I guess. Then we'll get hit Shock Assault, though. I don't want to attack the Tech Priest because I want to force morale on them. 4s to hit them. 6s are good. Ooh, they all hit because of the 2 6s. And 2s. 4 invulnerable saves.
4 5 ups.
Oh, now roll them all again because of the Feel No Pains. And then anyone that passes, you
Nope.
just keep rolling. So that guy has to make 2 more for the quick die rolling. So, okay, that means all 4 die. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're just caving in weird electro priests here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're fighting, but it's not going to matter in the end. And then consolidate. We'll consolidate into that guy. And then you'll just stay where you are. And then you're just kind of like that. That way they're all
So
options.
the Omniscient Axe.
Reroll for Mars. Okay. Sure. 3s to wound.
3s, -2.
Oh,
2 damage.
you got him. Kept this guy down. Boom. So I just have my wolf, the pack leader there. All right, now it really doesn't. Now it's really not going to matter. Okay. I run a morale. That's it.
I lost
4 dudes.
4 dudes. Leadership 8.
Ooh,
Ooh.
one's running.
And the other 2 do as well.
Fascinating.
Wow.
That might matter, except it doesn't. Not when we're into the objective. Who would have thought that it would have mattered on that one guy staying on the objective? I piled in a little too far with him earlier. The consolidate after I attacked would have had to get closer to him, so I couldn't have gone backwards in any way, shape, or form. I also would have never expected those guys to run away like that, so
Nope.
shows me for having the one guy charge too far, pile in too far off the objective. I would have won the game, I think, if I didn't do that. That's okay. That's okay, because I still might. That's the end of the turn there. So for scoring, I get 1, 2, 3 victory points. All right, well, bottom of turn 4, I'm up by 3 victory points. We got a few things to resolve here that are important. Right now, this guy's just going to command phase. Does anything matter here, command phase wise?
Only awaken the machine spirit like normal.
+1 to hit over there. Yep.
But that's it.
This guy's going to fall back from combat over here.
To here.
Something like that. Obviously have to worry about this guy's heroic intervention, but if he's dead, we don't have to worry about that. Hang
Heal
up there. Heal him.
him.
Oh, he's
1.
up to 9. Nice. Other thing that really matters is Niall dying. If he rolled literally a 3 up on his run, he would have been over here, and he would have been out of line of sight for pretty much all shooting, because then wouldn't have been able to see his base. But he is over here like a dummy, so. Aeldari will go up on the ruined Aquila just to get some sight. It will be -1 hit Niall because of the dense terrain, but that's what the Dune Crawler's for and everything too. If Niall lives, if Niall dies, that's not game. These guys can just run on the objective as well. So it would be, but it's important to kill Niall.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter because of range. So.
Yep. So it's going to come down to killing this guy here. I guess you can still charge him and lock him up. There's always that.
That too, yeah.
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 So that's
I have options.
You want to start shooting over here?
Yep. So we'll start with the
Transonic. Yep. 6
Ooh,
shots.
6.
Ooh, very fancy. 4 wound, 3 wounds. Does that matter?
That might be a mortal wound.
Ooh.
I'll just double check.
That 6 is a mortal wound in addition to the normal damage, and then these are 2 ups. He dies.
2
Nice.
damage, 3. Yep, that does it.
Boom. Yeah, that was the thing. Just needed him to die. So the rest of this doesn't matter. I guess you could
use him to shoot them.
Yeah, you can try that out. Yeah, you might as well.
Dune Crawler.
1 shot.
One
okay.
shot.
You have to re-roll that for this. Oh, you have a 5th turn as well. That's true. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, there's no point. Hits. Wounds.
Save. And the stubbers.
Stubbers.
Okay.
We don't have +1. 3.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. From there, we go to the Aeldari. A couple shots at Niall. -1 to hit because of the dents in the way.
So 4s.
But we have the Mars trait to reroll. We got a hit.
2 hits.
And 2s to wound.
2s to wounds.
Ooh,
2 wounds.
pair of wounds.
2 -3s.
-3, so he's got a 1 up, have -2, so 3 ups. Oh, Niall
Dead.
Yeah, he just dies. Blech. So that kind of matters. All it matters is what I roll on their advance on my next turn. Okay, and then that's. You might as well shoot with the Dune Crawler into these guys to whittle them down. It's important to kill him as well as these guys because he could rampage and heroically intervene and chain over there. So if he dies, that's good as well. The problem is these guys are just going to advance over here and almost guarantee get the objective back for me.
Yeah.
It's not that guaranteed. They need a 4-up run to make it in range. 4 up on their advance. But if he dies, who's the wounded one, they need to go much further. I think it makes sense to put him down because these guys I could fail still. That guy's almost guaranteed to make it in.
We need to make sure he's gone. So neutron into him.
Assuming he kills the Aeldari. 2 shots. And Mars reroll.
Mars.
You can command point reroll the other hit if you want to as well.
+1.
Oh, right. You
From
can
the
awaken. Of
awakened.
course. Hit 2s. Pair of wounds.
2s.
And he saves. Ooh, I don't know if he saves both. He does have cover because of that. So it's
It's -3.
-3, so it's
Oh,
minus...
no, sorry, it's -4. It's the neutron.
Yeah, so it's -4 and -3, and he has a 1-up save because of this. So he's good. He should be good. Yeah, because it's a 4-up save. He passes both. And then we have the stubbers as well into him. Hey, you never know, he can do 3 damage. Or 2 damage if you put the stubbers over here.
Oh, not.
That's a lot of misses, holy. And
1.
1, 2 up. Hey, we're good. Okay. Would you like to charge anyway? If you charge in, I lose a lot of movement.
Yeah, I might have to.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think I've got any. Oh, charge.
Just this so I can't hear it reading. Oh, it actually fails because of the difficult terrain. Yeah. You have 2 command points, so
Command point.
you pass there. All right, well, he's charged into him, and then...
And then spend my other command point on a crushing weight on a 2+. You take 1 mortal wound.
all right, 2 wounds left. Neither of us have command points, then...
So 3s.
oh, they both hit.
3s. 1 wound, no AP.
No damage there.
No.
And then I fight back. 4 attacks with the Power Fist. I have 5 hits. And you're probably 3s to wound. 4 wounds at -4. Only bionics on him.
6 up. Mid 3.
Only 6 damage. Does he have 8 wounds?
I think.
Oh, he dies just. It was worth the cost because he would have died, but I would have been 3 inches further towards the objective. So that's big.
Explodes.
Oh, I could do it, yeah.
No.
So
That would be nice.
I punch his legs out. I can still consolidate up to there. Up to there. But the problem now is that I'm in difficult terrain. So I move 3 inches down and I can't legally charge. So it's, I'll go double check, but I think it's scuffed at that point. Been an 11-inch charge. So we'll see if that matters or not on my next turn. And then you will be scoring 3 victory points on your turn because you were able to acquire all the objectives back. Now, the game is still tied. Turn 5. Not much to actually do. I'll get a command point. And there it is. And then the invocation of Machine Vengeance. Whenever you advance or charge, you roll an additional d6 and discard the lowest. No point in me shooting. None of this matters. None of this matters. Because I could... If I kill him with shooting and kill the Dune Crawler with shooting, the character can still advance onto it, so I don't care there, especially with the extra d6. So I'm not going to bother wasting time rolling dice over there. The only thing that matters is that guy moving and charging. It's an 11-inch charge, and these guys running. So running them first. Oh, they make it. They needed a 4-up, so boop, running. Even if they die, they'll give me the victory point. Somewhere around here. And then this guy can just hang out over here behind this. Grab that point. They'll end up over here on the objective. He'll end up hiding behind that door, but staying on the objective. And then I'm going to roll an 11-inch charge on the Terminator there, and I have a command point for the reroll. I'll fail that. I'll command point it, because why the heck not? Would it better if I spent... No, I'll just go for the 11, because I've already rolled the die. I could have spent the command point in the shooting phase to make it a 9-inch charge, because I would have ignored, because where I'm at now, if anyone's curious, I'm like here. So I'm 9 inches away from targeting the Vanguard that are behind the building there, but I'm on difficult terrain still. So as you can see, 9 inches away, but it's an 11-inch charge. Now I could have spent a command point on Keen Senses to make it a 9-inch charge, but then I wouldn't have had the reroll. So I actually don't know the quick math on that, I don't know. So I'm just gonna let it Knuckles' hands. I fail on the reroll. Because the first roll of a 6 would have been my only option, and I would have failed either way. So he's hanging out over there, done. Done. That's my turn. I get 3 victory points, and then that's kind of it, because nothing can threaten this one, or this one on Daniel's turn. He can kill my stuff, but I believe...
And there's another game uploaded right now in the MiniWarGaming Vault you can watch after you finish watching this battle report, where I'm going to play some Eldar against Daniel and some Tyranids. You can follow the link in the description below for that bat rep.
Just double checking, there's the only objectives that matter. It would say if there's a draw capability on the objective card. The only objective that matters is holding your territory and pushing into the enemy's territory. So, I mean, you could shoot and kill more of my stuff, but in the end it won't equate to much.
Yeah, I could remove 1 or 2 of the objectives, but it's the fact that I can't get to them.
Correct,
so
yeah.
It's pointless.
It'd be, the Dune Crawler could move up. This guy's behind like a solid wall, so it's hard to see him. The Dune Crawler wouldn't be able to get near the objective because it's too far back from the wall. But he could charge my character and try and beat him up, but it wouldn't be on the objective. So that would be that. Weirdly enough, getting a tie, didn't expect that. We both equally did our objective perfectly.
Yeah, we both got into the opponent's zone.
Once.
And that was it.
That was it. And you know what? It was good because it came down to a few clutch rolls. I mean, I could if I rolled less than a 4, you would have won, essentially.
Yeah,
on
and
their
if you
advance
made
roll.
that charge, you would have won.
That came down to that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. So I always appreciate stuff like that. I like that my guys held as long as they did over there before they died. That was their goal, to stop the Corpuscari from threatening over here, because trying to tie you down over there. And I got it for one turn. I tried to defend over here with my remnants after getting the crap kicked out of me by Castellan Robots, but then the Rust Stalkers held and then beat the crap out of me and took it for the turn. And that's the kind of stuff you want to see.
Yeah, it would
typically.
be nice if the Rust Stalkers either did a bit more over here or had been able to get on this side and done something here.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Because
these guys were
wasn't
pushing them back
really
too far.
a threat because of how much you put on this side. You kept me locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same idea. I wonder how even your split was, because I went pretty heavy over here. I had a little bit in the middle, and I was very light on this flank.
I did pretty much the same as you. Like, there was the one squad in the
That's
of
right.
infiltrators, which was like a distraction for your centre.
Yeah.
But then that I focused a lot more here, also because you'd put down that 7 squad of Terminators, which I knew was going to be tough.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? They did pretty good. They beat up the robots, and they beat up the Corpuscari, and they tied things up for a little bit. It was interesting. I lost a lot of the Terminators. Now, thankfully this is just training exercise, so it's all like, it's not like actual death. It's more like I don't even know, like indisposed. There's a word for it when you just knock a
I'm not sure
enemy
the
combatant
Spectre's
out.
past. It has had some run-ins with the Imperials a little bit, and if we're on the hunt for a relic,
There's always that
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And the discussion that me and you have had throughout the game was, at the beginning, Armour Contempt didn't come up too much. But
Not in the
we
first turn,
started
yeah.
noticing it a bit more later on.
Right. I think Armor of Contempt, kept that guy alive because he rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Armor of Contempt came up on, it was one of the Land Raiders kept it alive for, it was like, I think it was this one, but then he ended up dying to the robots like that same turn afterwards.
Yeah.
Which funny enough, because like when the robot killed it, it then exploded, killed your. They had like a weird chain of events there. Armor of Contempt will definitely matter in games. It's just some. I've seen a lot of blowback online about how it's like ruined the game. Marines are too powerful. When you really think about it, it only saved a few extra shots here and there, and it's like it prevents the Marines from getting like tabled right away, and they can build more fun lists and have a good time with them. Now it does make the more competitive lists a lot more effective, but now I can play with Terminators, like an entire list of Terminators, and now they actually feel like Terminators when you play them, which is nice.
Like we were just saying, it was a draw.
Exactly,
So if
yeah.
maybe all those extra hits actually got through, and especially with a lot of my guns being 2 damage, 3, 4 or whatever,
exactly, yeah.
then you might have lost a few more, and
I stopped-
maybe morale kicked in.
I stopped keeping track around the third turn because I know the first turn there was only a couple like insubstantial ones. I just rolled well. Like I think I rolled like a double 6 on saves on the Land Raider, and he would have had those saves because of the
Yeah.
psychic powers to begin with. Actually, no, just a 2-up save -4 is a 6-up. So
Well, I think you
Yeah.
said in the first 2 turns it were less than 10 wounds. Armour Contempt.
Yeah,
it
and then-
wasn't
and then-
many at all.
turn 3 and 4, there was a couple clutch ones where it really mattered, and I'm sure it came up a lot on like the little. It came up a lot more on the Corpuscari effectively
Yeah.
because they had so many attacks. Of course, I'm going to make 2 or 3 of those as Armor Contempt, but I guess they're mostly attacking the shields, and the shields would have always had that same rule.
Yeah.
To begin with, it would have been the lightning claws beforehand, but all the lightning claws ended up dying anyway.
I think
so
it was
didn't
also the
flechette
same
blasters, yeah.
with the flechettes and also the tasers.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The same as the Corpuscari, it got loads of extra hits, but you just made all the saves.
I'm curious because I remember you charging in, and I remember laughing because I took the Wolf Lord, took a couple wounds on 1s. So like he only rolled 3s and 1s, and like okay, Contempt didn't matter there. And then you killed a couple of my bodyguard off, and I can't remember what those rolls were essentially. But
I think it was a couple of infiltrators. One was the explosion, and then a shot of something else from over here.
right.
I mean, there's still one guy alive.
He'd probably dead though. You have one more turn of shooting to take
Oh,
him
yeah.
out. Yeah, it was very tight. I had no I had a hope of him making a push for that objective, but I didn't think he was going to make it. You moving forward with the Ballistari and then charging me was the right call to tie him up on that side over there.
And when you started walking over here, it made me wish that I'd moved these guys out to shoot him.
Just to shoot him, yeah.
But if I had done,
It'd be an easier charge,
your
yeah.
charge would have been easy, so it actually worked out for the better.
Correct, yeah. Because my guy, if you didn't charge him, he would have ended up consolidating there and then moving 3 more inches forward and then having about a 6-inch charge, which he would have made on the initial roll. And I'm going to assume that he would have killed 2 2 of those guys.
Yes.
I would hope so.
2 6-win runs or 4 6-win runs. Yeah, not a chance. They wouldn't have lived.
I think he would have got them pretty easily. But yeah, that's how tight this game here was there, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave some feedback down below, of course. I'm going to probably save this list because this is this is not all the Terminators we have, but it's the only way I can really run the list. I could swap out a few of them for like more shooty if I didn't want as much close combat stuff, I suppose, but I'll probably keep the list as is. I had a lot of fun playing it. I'd like to play it again in the future. Let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see more like all Space Wolf Terminator lists for whatever reason, I'll consider it. Down the road, though, I got a lot of other things I got to play, and I want to thank Daniel for coming by and playing Warhammer 40k with me and Titanicus earlier in the week, because we had 2 draws this week. Yeah, we had 2 draws this week. Heck yeah, dude. Hey, that's ideal. If I could have a draw every game I play, I think that would be perfect, because that means it's always a good game.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. And it probably came down to 1 or 2 weird roll. Like every roll matters, but you really notice the ones at the end of the game, right? Because those ones usually, you remember the most. Anyways, folks, that's it for this game. Remember that the Ad Mech are for sale. The information's in the link in the description below. Contact me at luka@miniwargaming.com. Thank you, Daniel, for piloting them for me and giving me the opportunity to play the Space Wolves for this game here. And I guess I'll catch you guys next time for some more Warhammer 40k. And I guess happy wargaming.
Happy wargaming.